Whoa. Whoa. Back already? Damn fucking right. Damn fucking right. Back. No more gaming. Because people don't like that apparently, and neither does the algorithm. So let's fucking start over. Ooh, spooky. Look at me. I'm being spooky, fam. I'm all spooky again, and we're gonna chill. All right, we're back. Everyone, get back in here. All right, cause I'm not ready to stop streaming yet. In fact, yeah, we stream. Yo, fucking Graham Dolph, welcome. Yeah, we were literally just live, and now we're live again because that's how it be. All right, that's how it be. You know what? No more cat ears. No more nice Emma. All right, I'm gonna be mean now. I'm gonna be fucking mean. I'm gonna be a vampire queen, yo. Damn right. All right, chat has permission to try to piss me off again. I don't care. We'll go. Well, I will rant until I obliterate all the wrong people with my epic words. What up, Patrick Silent? How am I doing? I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. Um, yeah. I just did a Halloween gaming stream that was maybe a little conceived, but it was also kind of fun. All right, and we got a very good a brilliant a brilliant joke out of it. My 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 Antifa dominatrix serial killer aristocrat joke. Is it too much? Probably. All right, but it'll probably be a video soon because whatever. Yeah. All right. All right. It's high. We're gonna do high energy. You look absolutely fabulous and scary. Thank you. Thank you. These aren't my real fangs, but filters can be fun to play with. Filters are fun, and makes it simpler, so I don't have to get a fucking costume. I have different spooky filters. Damn, scary, fam. All the scary. I'm a plague doctor. I'm gonna do bad things or something. I don't know what plague doctors do. Now I'm a Skyrim thing. Now I'm a oh. Ooh. Oh, I forgot it has like a rose in the way. It's still kind of cool. Not a bad Ooh, we got the Euphoria filter, yo. Euphoria. Yeah, alright. Glitter tears. Alright. Alright, how's everyone doing tonight? Hope everyone's having a decent fucking Halloween. I won't be streaming long. I'm just gonna chill for a bit and find some stuff to rant about. Cause yeah. You know what? I'm mad. I'm in a mood and I wanna fucking rant at people. How are you people doing good? Are you asking if I'm people? Am I people? I am people. I am in fact human. At least I think I am. Get pissed. I don't have alcohol or much alcohol, or I would. I got like a. You know what? If someone donates, I'll go upstairs and take a shot of rum because there's a bit of rum upstairs. No, I mean get pissed as in angry. Oh well, you gotta make me pissed if that's what you want. You gotta give me fucking fuel for the fire, yo. You're a Wonder Woman type of human. Wonder Woman. Damn. I never really cared for Wonder Woman as a character. I mean, she's cool. Never really identified with like Amazonian warriors or anything. I'm more of like a I don't know what I am. All right, I'm a fairy demon. I'm a fairy demon. That's what I am. And Wonder Woman isn't a human. She's not human. Wonder Woman isn't human, fam. Get your comic book lore right. I don't know anything about comic book. I, I'm like the least knowledgeable when it comes to comic book shit. Everyone's always telling me to watch Marvel shit. I'm just like, look, does some of it look cool? Sure. Okay? But like, doesn't anyone else have fucking superhero fatigue? Like, I got it before the MCU started becoming the big thing. I had superhero fatigue with um like the Batman, Superman movies, like the Mega Man, like not Mega Man, Mega Man. The fuck am I talking about Mega Man? The fuck? Has there even ever been a Mega Man movie? Probably not. I meant you're a high class woman. Damn right I am. Damn fucking right. Just a reminder, yo, like the stream, helps more people to see it. Share the stream with everybody. I am still a little buzzed from earlier. I'm not gonna lie. Um, share the stream. Go to all my social medias. All right. Um, and if you're 18 plus, then check out my other social medias for only the most dedicated fans of my content, you know. But y'all also don't have to do any of that. We're just chilling tonight. We're chilling. We're chilling. I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I'm having a bit of a depressing Halloween, honestly. I don't know why I'm depressed. I'm just kind of am today. Just kind of woke up in a mood. But now I was like, God damn it, I want to fucking stream so I can spread my mood to the world, because misery loves company. Damn right. Kidding. I want to be with all you wonderful people so I can forget my misery and not drown it in a bottle. Except streaming is making me want to drink. I look, I'm like the least consistent person in the world, okay? I've had like a shit ton of mood swings all day, and I'm like, oh, now I'm like pissed. Ooh, now I'm feeling okay. Now I'm pissed again. Now I'm like depressed, and it's just like, God damn it. You're having a lackluster Halloween as well? Yeah. I was handing out candy earlier. I only went to the door maybe like 4 or 5 times before kids stopped coming. There was one group of like 20 kids and another group of like 8 or 9 or 12 kids, but like aside from that, there were a couple other like just like 1 or 2 kids on their own, and it was like that. That was it. Maybe I answered the door 7 times, 6 or 7. All right, somewhere around there. Not a lot. And earlier I was I was watching classic Doctor Who because that's what I do when I'm bored. I watch fucking classic Doctor Who from the fucking 70s or 80s or whatever. I don't know, I was watching a Fourth Doctor story, Terror of the Zygons. Pretty ridiculous actually, but decent for what it is. My Halloween highlight was walking to the store for beer and finding a shopping cart on the side of the road that I brought home. Yes, I now have a shopping cart in my house. Why not? Why fucking not? Alright? You can find all kinds of uses for all kinds of things. I will never judge someone for what they're like. Ooh, this is useful. I'm a keep this. All right, we're humans. We're weird. We find shit that we're like, ooh, that's shiny. Ooh, we want that. We generally like shiny things and things that make fire or have wheels. That's what human monkey brain does. It is now a perfect rolling shelf. Damn. That's actually kind of based, Joe. Hills, yeah. Hills, yeah. Damn. No thoughts, head empty. What, y'all want me to be like a perfect streamer? But like I'm also a woman, so I don't know what y'all expect of me. Kidding. Fangs, yeah. I will drink your blood. I will bring you into my lair and suck you dry before I crush your bones into powder and 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 snort them with my vampire buddies. And I don't know what I do. I did a in my first stream someone asked me to describe the most disgusting murder I could, and I did, and it was pretty goddamn based. I did the best Halloween story / joke that you have ever heard. All right, I've got to have something here that can make me mad. Get pissed, god damn it. Get fucking pissed. Kanye West is a Nazi. I don't know. That doesn't even piss me off too much. It's just like, damn, that's depressing. I kind of used to like him. Transes with attitude. Damn, we got to why do you want to get mad? I don't know. I want to do a somewhat entertaining stream. My last stream ended kind of lackluster. It happens when I attempt gaming streams. They usually um they usually don't get a lot of views for whatever. They don't do good in the algorithm. And I always forget that when I do gaming streams, and then it's just like, "Oh, this is just kind of bullshit now. Fuck that." From the movie Dodgeball, you gotta get angry. You gotta get mean, yo. You gotta get mean. All right, let's get mean, yo. All right, motherfuckers. You know who I fucking hate? You know who I fucking hate? Um, Jimmy Dore leftists. All right. Jimmy Dore, quote unquote, leftists. Don't those people just suck, right? Leftist doomer cult, I call them. Fucking bullshit, yo. Fucking out there trying to, I don't know. Maybe we'll just chill and not get mad. What's a Canadian fight? 3 Canadians arguing about which of them will help you. True. It's like, no, look, I'm sorry there, but I told this young fellow here that I was gonna help him. No, but I would very much like to help this stranger, and I'm offended that you that you would dare steal my act of kindness. Oh yeah, well I'm over here, and I'm about to be really mad because you, I don't know. Happy Halloween. Yo, Blaine is here. Damn right. Damn fucking right. What up, Blaine? Yo, Ami, how's it going? I saw this person in need for. Wait, it's not even good. Look, I'm supposedly Canadian. I can't even do a good Canadian accent. I saw this person in need first, okay? I was gonna help him. Nah, look, you got to help the last 3 strangers, okay? You should fucking, I want to help him. It's like, no, I saw him first. It's like, yeah, well, Meanwhile, the person just walks away, finds the next person to help them. Because it's Canada. That's not anything like Canada at all, by the way. People aren't that nice here, okay? They're just more polite to your face. But that's the thing about people that are like polite to your face. They're usually like assholes to you in private. Like, here's a big secret about Canadians. Oh, they'll be polite to you. They'll be polite. They'll be super fucking polite right before they start talking about you behind your back and judging you and you know, gossiping about you. But oh yeah, to your face, they're real fucking nice. That's not all Canadians, but like, yeah, I don't know where this myth of Canadian niceness came from. Again, yeah, it's just fake niceness. We just don't want to we don't want to piss any. Look, Canadians, we don't like getting into conflicts, okay? That's what it is. We don't like getting into actual altercations with other people. We hate other people. We judge other people like crazy and like you know, are really annoyed by their existence, but we don't want to fucking get in fucking, you know, an altercation or an argument or a fight with anyone. Nah, we'd much rather like stay safe, talk behind people's back, and then like pretend to be their friends when they're around. Cali nice and Canada nice seem to be close friends. Yeah. Yeah, people in Cali are kind of the same too. That is true. It's all a ruse, fam. It's all a fucking ruse. They never liked you in the first place. They were never nice to you in the first place. It was all a lie. All right? Um Minnesota nice is both kind and nice. I don't know how to differentiate the two. Or I didn't know how to differentiate the two for over 18 years of my life. Damn. So wait, people in Minnesota are actually nice? The hell is this crazy hellscape? I've never heard of such a place. Must be a ruse. Must be bullshit, yo. Oh god. You know, my last stream may have been a failure, but we did get probably the best joke I've ever told, yo. I don't even want to spoil it for those of y'all who haven't seen it. I just want to, I'm either gonna edit it or I'm gonna redo it and, like, make it its own thing. I'm telling you later? Damn, okay. It's a really... It's a really disgusting joke. It's a really disturbing joke that started off as a really fucked up horror story. But yeah. I just want to say thank you. Every time your stream is on, it feels like a nice, open, free zone to say and dump a lot of feelings. I mean, yeah, feel free. I dump a lot of feelings on here too. I I forgot how actually it can be kind of cathartic to do a stream when I've been having a bad day and just be like, yo, what up, guys? I'm in a mood, but let's chill anyway. Antifa dominatrix serial killer aristocrat. God. Hells yeah. People need spaces where they can, like, be open about their emotions. It's extremely important, alright? Extremely important. Because we all got emotions. We all got shit we're carrying. And, it's not good to carry it all alone. It's good to find other humans that you can open up to. And unfortunately, way too many communities out there are not those kinds of places. There's too many places on the internet where it's like, it's unsafe to open up about your true feelings. It's unsafe to, like, say how you really feel about certain things. And I mean, unless those things are racism or bigotry, you know, you only got a problem, that problem here. Especially on YouTube when so many creators and admins silence you. Yeah, I don't know. Look, I'm definitely not against banning people, but I normally ban people for, like, being assholes, being bigots, you know? Or doing shit that, like, I don't know. Some people get mad at me when I ban people, and they're like, re-censorship. I'm just like, nah. I feel like it's usually pretty justified. Especially because I want my community to be a safe place for people who actually, like, want to be here and actually want to talk about shit. And I don't want my community to be controlled by, like, you know, bad actors. You're banned on the DP YouTube chat for being on my stream criticizing Ben. Join the club. There are some communities where, like, criticism of any kind is never welcome. See, I welcome criticism. I just ask that it's, like, somewhat productive. Like, if you're not being critical but just trying to be an asshole, I'll be like, okay, fuck you. But, like, I'm not beyond criticism. No one is. We all should be open to fucking criticism. It's actually extremely important to be able to take criticism. All right? It's extremely important. If you can't take criticism, if you can't grow as a person, then I don't even know what you're doing on this planet. Like, I don't know. You gotta be able to take criticism from your fellow fucking humans, okay? It's important. It makes you sad because you're overall a DP fan, but oh no, you criticize Ben. Yeah, I know. See, that's the thing. I was still a fan when I started criticizing them myself. I was a fan. I watched the show. I made one video comparing DFF and DP and talking about, you know, the ways in which I think DP has kind of gone downhill, and like suddenly I'm Ben's mortal enemy. Jesus. Then I find out he's actually a person that well, a person that deserves a lot of criticism. Hell hath no fury like a predator scorned. True. Why do comments keep disappearing? I don't know. I don't fucking know. Yeah, fuck Halloween, yo. Alright? I never really... I was never really allowed to celebrate Halloween as a kid. We weren't allowed to go trick-or-treating. Some Halloweens we would go to, like, church functions, which were totally the same and totally, like, just as fun, if not more. Yeah, they were boring. Like, being preached at for an hour, or, like, doing Bible lessons, or fucking whatever. Tara's really down about not being able to trick or treat. Yeah, I feel that. It sucks because I was never really able to trick or treat. I trick or treated a couple times as a teenager, but I never got to do it as a kid, and that was sad because I always wanted to. It seemed fun, but my parents were like, "No, it's evil, demonic. It's the devil's night. Everyone's dressed all scary. It's evil. We have to protect our kids from this." When it's like, when you think about what Halloween is, it's literally a festival where everyone in society goes like, okay, like, you know, we'll all dress up, you know, decorate our houses, and kids will come around, and, you know, the community will give candy to those kids, and, you know, everyone gets some fucking candy. You got Christians who want to fucking fearmonger about it. Sounds like transgender communism. Yeah. God forbid. God forbid a little bit of transgender communism, yo. Scary. Scary. I will say it is actually kind of nice to be back streaming regularly. I'm going to make an effort to, like, stream regularly again, because as much as it can take a lot out of me, It's also a good outlet that I kind of need. You know, see what food there is. You need to reheat your oven nachos if there's any left. Damn. Yeah, go get some nachos or some shit, yo. Eat that food. I got chicken tendies upstairs and pasta. Pasta. Yes, babe, please stream. Well, I try to. I'm trying to get back to it. I do want to stream more. Unfortunately, there's a lot of shit that like prevents me from it a lot of days, but I do want to get back to doing it regularly cuz it's good. I actually do have a lot of shit I want to talk about just in general. You and your BF at like age 15 trick-or-treated as a transgender couple. He in a dress and you in a suit. Looking back at it, it seemed insensitive. Most people seemed shocked more by him in a dress. Of course they did, because, men in dresses, oh my god. Jesus. See, I mean, for the time, well, it depends on when it was, but, like, whatever. I realize that society's understanding of shit changes. I, back in 2016, or 2018, what am I talking about? Jesus, yeah, way too late to be doing shit like that. I did a thing I called a trap stream at the time, which was just me in drag, kind of making fun of trans people. Doing, like, a Blair White impression, and, it was not based, alright? It was not based. My streams are always entertaining, but no pressure. Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy them. I usually enjoy doing them. Sometimes, like, the last stream I did, like, not the one I did today, but a few days ago, like, I enjoyed it. It was a good stream, but, like, when I was done, I was just like, oh my god, I'm so fucking tired. Because, like, it's one thing when people try to, like, get me to rant about stuff. It's a completely different thing when people go out of their way to be willfully ignorant, disrespectful, and just, like, push my buttons in, like, some really obvious and just cringy ways to, like, because, like, I can rant about why someone's position is why I think someone's position is dumb, but, like, when someone is just, like, displaying a level of willful ignorance that makes me feel like I'm arguing with, like, just, like, a really dumb person or a brick wall or a fucking person who's being willfully ignorant, it's just like, yeah, this isn't fun anymore. Or at least, like, it can still be fun, but, like, it just becomes tiring. Especially when people come in with the same bullshit. And like, there's a difference between agitation and argument. That is true. That is very true. And it feels like some people, they're not coming in to argue with me. They're coming in to agitate me. And, like, I will only put up with that for so long before I'm like, yeah, no, fuck off. And I had a couple people leave because of that stream. I was just like, you know what? Fuck you. Like, I don't need people like you around. Thank you. Some people know what they're doing, okay? They know what they're doing. They're trying to agitate. They're trying to fucking get under your skin. They're trying to push buttons. If y'all want to argue, I will argue. I will argue any day. I enjoy arguing. What stream? The it was from a couple days ago. Tragic week in the news, the fall of Twitter, Doctor Who on Disney. It's yeah. Haha, trigger trans woman lol attitude is just oof. Yeah, there is a lot of that too. There is a lot of that. Where it's just like, oh, you're trans? And then they like try to, yeah. The mouse owns the doctor now? No. No. I talked about this in that last stream. Disney does not own Doctor Who. They own they own the streaming rights, okay? They are in partnership with the BBC. But Doctor Who is still under the creative control of the BBC and Bad Wolf Productions. And Russell T Davies, coming back as the showrunner, he will he will have most of the creative say as far as the show goes. Now they may have a little bit of sway, but like y'all have to understand, like they actually own shit like Marvel, and like they don't control what's done with Marvel properties. Marvel like pretty much has its own creative control. Lucasfilm has pretty much its own creative control. So like it's not like, oh, Disney's gonna like sanitize Doctor Who now. It's just Doctor Who. It's just Disney is gonna like put a bit of money behind the production of Doctor Who, and you know, I think that could be a good thing for the show, honestly, and I think it could widen the audience and maybe make it a little more mainstream. Because I've long said, like, Doctor Who as a property deserves to be right up there with like the MCU. It's honestly a million times better than anything that's come out of Star Wars in like ever. They have more say than you'd probably realize. We don't know yet. It doesn't. There's not a whole lot of information on it, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. Doctor Doctor Who, like the BBC is not selling Doctor Who. Apparently, they aren't even able to sell Doctor Who, even if they wanted to. They're partnering with Disney. That's a different thing. All right. They're partnering with Disney. Disney has the streaming rights, and Disney will probably put a bit of money behind the production to help make it bigger. But we have to see. I mean, from the news we've already heard of the upcoming series, it's gonna be a pretty goddamn queer era of Doctor Who. All right, first gay Doctor, first trans companion, like Russell T Davies at the helm. I'm not too worried. All right. If there's any reason to worry, like, unfortunately, like, we won't know until, honestly, until Ncuti Gatwa takes the helm. Because I don't think, even if the BBC, even if Disney is going to start exhibiting any kind of control over the property, I don't see them doing it with the upcoming 60th anniversary specials. I don't know. You've only watched the 1996 Doctor Who movie. It was pretty good. It's an interesting film. There's a lot about it that pisses off Doctor Who fans. A lot of people. I don't really like the Master in that. The actor that played him, it seemed like he was just doing his best attempt at like a a Schwarzenegger impression, and like I don't know, it wasn't like great. And the doctor being half human, I don't know. There's definitely some good moments in the movie. I actually do enjoy the movie. I do. I actually enjoy it a lot more than a lot of other Doctor Who fans. It doesn't reflect the Who universe well. Um I mean, I guess it kind of can give you a bit of a taste of the Doctor Who universe, but like there's a lot of stuff that was like retconned. There's stuff that's like almost never been mentioned again, like the Eye of Harmony. That was never mentioned before as being a part of the TARDIS and has only been like vaguely referenced since, and probably only just to tie into the canon of that movie. Um I know a lot of people were mad that the Doctor had a kiss with his companion in that, because the Doctor had never been a romantic character in any way. Um, I don't really care about that as much. Like, it's a fun movie. It is a fun movie. Okay, it's fun. It's cheesy. It's really cheesy. Even for Doctor Who, it's cheesy as fuck. You've only watched Eccleston and Tennant. Eccleston is by far your fave. Yeah, Eccleston was always my favorite. Uh, even through the Matt Smith era, up until the Capaldi era, which I always tell people, y'all gotta watch. Y'all gotta watch. Peter Capaldi's run as the Doctor, and if it's hard for you to get into his first season, uh, watch. Start with series 10, because series 10 almost feels like a bit of a soft reboot. It does reference things from the previous two seasons, but honestly not that much. And it's just it's that Doctor's last season, but it's also like the best part of his character arc and some really good stories. Some really fucking progressive stories. There's literally an episode called Oxygen that's about capitalism in space. Really great. Series 10 is my favorite of Doctor Who altogether. But yeah, Peter Capaldi is my favorite Doctor. And I don't know anything about Gatwa's Doctor yet, but I love Ncuti Gatwa a lot, and I really do hope he takes the spot as my next favorite Doctor. Um because I think he has what it takes to be either my second favorite Doctor or even my favorite Doctor. They retcon my ace Doctors. Um, I mean, not technically. Like, you could say the first 7 Doctors were pretty ace, and then McGann's Doctor was a little less ace. I mean, there's always a bit of wiggle room because the Doctor regenerates into technically a new person, but also the same person, like new person with same memories, but they have a new personality and shit. So and the Doctor's been a little more, well, I'd say like I personally read the Doctor as pretty ace in general, and if anything being a bit demisexual, because the Doctor isn't like out there falling for just anyone. Well, there's a lot of shenanigans with Tennant and Smith's Doctors, but most of the Doctors don't tend to just fall for anyone. They don't tend to get in romantic or sexual situations all that much, and most of the Doctors only seem to really like have a close connection with someone once they've already formed a bond, and then a bit of romantic attraction like seems to. So I actually read the Doctor as like demi romantic, at least most of them, and they don't always have to be the same thing either. Okay. um I also do read most of the Doctors as pretty queer. Like, like the Doctor is probably pansexual or omnisexual like Jack, but it's never stated as explicitly. Um, yeah, I read the Doctor as like an omnisexual, demi-romantic. But again, that's the nice thing. You can read the character however you want. Eric Roberts was a fun, cheesy villain in it. He was. Um, See, the thing about the Master, I'm not saying the Master isn't supposed to be cheesy or can't be cheesy. The Master can absolutely be cheesy, but the Master needs a little more like, he needs to be a little more menacing and have a more forethought and more of like a master plan. That's kind of like the Master is supposed to be kind of like the Doctor Who universe's version of a Bond villain. Whenever the Doc slightly falls slightly in love, it's always really painful because they know they have a capacity of immortality, so they always know they have to leave that person behind. Yeah, it is really sad, and that's why, like, I mean, the whole River Song arc is beautifully tragic. Um, which I guess you wouldn't know if you haven't seen the Matt Smith era. Jesus, keep watching the show. I, I recommend, if you feel like you could get invested in it, just keep trucking through Matt Smith's era and Capaldi's era and just watch them all in order. Um, but if jumping around is more your thing, or you don't have the attention span, skip to series 10 and then go back and watch series 8 and 9, and then you'll get a full picture of Capaldi's arc, and then just watch Matt Smith's entire run from series 5 on, because they're both good eras of Doctor Who. They're also pretty self-contained, so you don't have to like if you don't want to watch Matt Smith right away, you can skip to Capaldi or Jodie Whittaker if you really feel like doing that. Um, Look, Jodie Whittaker's era wasn't bad. Well, it was bad for Doctor Who. It was bad, but it was fine. Like I was saying in the last episode, I actually really enjoyed the last episode. It's fan servicey and doesn't make a lick of sense and is written really fucking uh weirdly, but it was a fun time. It was a fun time. And I'm looking forward to more. Jodie Whittaker, more like Jodie Mediocre. God. Yeah. Fan service is best service when it's done well. I mean, personally, I know some people get mad when Doctor Who is too fan servicey. I don't. I always have a big old grin on my face when they bring back a beloved actor to reprise their role as as an older character. It's like, ah, fuck yeah. And yeah, the recent special Power of the Doctor had a lot of fucking cameos. Like, a lot, actually. A crazy amount. More cameos than, well, unless you count all 12 Doctors, which I don't know if I would call those cameos. It was all just, like, archived footage of each of the Doctors. So I don't think it really counts as cameos. None of the actors came back to film a new role, to film anything new, except for Tennant, and, well, Tennant, and I guess Tom Baker. Depends on what you mean by fan service, honestly. Is it substantive or just dumb cameos and shit? I don't mind either, but I definitely prefer when it aids the story. Oh no, it does aid the story. Um, it's a little convoluted, but for Doctor Who, it works. it works. It does. And I actually appreciate all the callbacks. We especially get some nice little nods to like the 5th and 7th Doctor's eras, which are two like segments of the show that really don't get a lot of love these days and don't get referenced in the show much. I mean, like, the show will constantly reference the 1st Doctor and the 4th Doctor because the 1st is the 1st and the 4th is the most popular. Speaking of fan service, what slice of life animes do you watch, if any, or your fave slice of life segment from other animes? I I'm not sure. I'm not sure. What I don't watch a lot of anime. Um I'm also not really sure what slice of life means in that context. Fan service central, yo. Look, all we want is a big jiggling anime booba, okay? And we can get that without having to watch full episodes of animes. Big jiggly anime booba. Yeah, I don't know. Just like watching Naruto cook some food with his friends instead of having a big battle. I I mean, okay, fine, Naruto. I don't know. I actually do really like Naruto. It's way too long, but it's a fun show. My favorite anime for the longest time has been Death Note, but I also haven't watched many animes in like the last 10 years. Yeah, we're pretty far past perverted scenes for no purpose. We have internet porn now. It's not the 80s anymore. Yeah, right? Right. Like, one of the things that always confuses me is like video games that like porn video games or fan service video games that are made to like it's just like why like I've especially noticed like on the Switch there's a ton of like hentai bait games that are just like, oh, here's a puzzle of a girl in a bikini, and like you put the puzzle together, and there you go. What the fuck is this shit? Even if it was an actual fun game, like why is anyone trying to play like a video game to turn them on when like there's porn out there? Like, why am I gonna go through the fucking work of playing a fucking playing through a fucking video game to see something sexy when I could just go on the internet and see something sexy? Interacting with the porn could be fun. I get the appeal of that conceptually. I mean, I guess, but like you don't see a lot of porn games where you like are actually going around and like dating people and then fucking them or some shit. Like, I don't know. Wait, what? Lol, come on, your GF needs to explain slice of life to you. What? Maybe she does. I don't know. I just don't watch a lot of anime. I haven't watched a lot of anime for a while. There's like anime nerd terms. Damn. Yeah, I'm not much of an anime nerd. I was for a very short time, But even then, I was mostly into mainstream animes. Death Note, Naruto, Bleach, Soul Eater, Full Metal Alchemist, Sword Art Online. Um, I don't think there's many other animes that I really watched. I don't know. Most animes are just too fucking long, yo. I don't have the time or attention span for long ass fucking story arcs. I just don't. Yeah, me and Ami love SAO, yo. A lot of people shit on SAO. I don't know why. I get that it has problems, and I get like the pacing of the story is really weird. Okay? I'll admit that 100%, but like I don't know, it's a cool universe. It's an interesting concept for a video game, and I would actually very much like to play an actual Sword Art Online video, like not like one of these games that takes place in the Sword Art Online universe, but like an actual game that plays like Sword Art Online. Like it doesn't have to be virtual reality, just like an action MMO that is like, yeah, I don't know. Yo, what up, Autobot Starscream? Welcome. MMOV RPG. Yeah. You tried to watch Sword Art Online a long time ago, and it just seemed really boring and unimaginative to you. But your tastes have changed a lot since then as media literacy improves. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe upon rewatching, I wouldn't like it as much as I originally did either, but we'll see. Me and Ami are planning on rewatching it together at some point, so maybe we'll watch it and we'll do a segment giving y'all our thoughts on it. So when in anime they're doing normal shit, not battle, not consequential, when they're just hanging out, shopping, eating, living, hanging out, it's pretty cool seeing action heroes living it. Yeah, I guess. Just any action MMORPG. Have you considered Neverwinter Online? I have never played that. I okay, I actually here's the thing. I like the idea of an action MMO. The problem I like the idea of MMOs in general. The problem is I don't like the way most of them are structured, and I don't enjoy the gameplay of a lot of them. Um I have a lot more fun with something like Skyrim than something like fucking World of Warcraft. Jesus, I actually hate World of Warcraft, and I hate Elder Scrolls Online. And like most of the fucking MMOs I've played are way too similar to the formats of those games. Yes, no, I get what you mean by slice of life. I get what you mean. I'm just like I still don't know what I would say as an example of that. Like I don't know. I like I like the scene in Death Note where he eats potato chips. Actually, I do like the scenes in Death Note where he's like, just hanging out with L. Those scenes are pretty cool. So yeah, I don't know. I just like Death Note a lot. There's an anime you've never seen, Ami. We need to watch Death Note together. We really fucking do. I used to idolize L as a character. I used to like he used to be my role model. Jesus, I was fucked. Had a slice of cold pizza and 2 cold garlic knots. Well, good. At least it's food. Thoughts on Simpsons Death Note? Wait, what? Simpsons Death Note? What are you talking about? Was there a Death Note episode of The Simpsons? I don't watch The Simpsons. I'm actually not a fan. I've never really been a fan of The Simpsons. It just always, like, and for those, for people who, this year's Treehouse of Horror, wait, this year? They waited, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, The Simpsons are so behind on everything. It's kind of sad. And it's just like, I hear, like, oh, The Simpsons did this thing. And I'm like, okay. Like, it used to be a meme where it was like, oh, Simpsons did it. Simpsons did it. You know, South Park does something. It's like, oh, Simpsons already did it. Family Guy does something. Oh, Simpsons already did it. Jesus, like, yeah, they got the actual animation studio from Death Note 2. Wait, really? Okay, fine. I'll check out the episode. Jesus. This actually sounds a little interesting. It feels weird for it to for that to be made after all these years later. Simpsons used to be a decade ahead, and everyone thought they were prophetic. Now they're a decade behind. Yeah, Jesus. And see, y'all have to understand, I discovered The Simpsons after I discovered Family Guy. So, as a teenager who really enjoyed Family Guy, I just viewed The Simpsons as a less edgy Family Guy. And I was like, why do I want that? Isn't the point of, like, adult cartoons to be edgy? Like, why would I go with the show that, like, plays it safe, and, you know, when, like, Family Guy is more outrageous, and, you know, I don't know. It appealed to me more at the time. And now I'm like, both those shows suck, and, like, the only show from that time that I still watch is South Park, and I have my issues with a lot of South Park, but there's also a lot of it that's pretty good. Family Guy, I have so much nostalgia for that garbage. I know, right? I literally have like most of the in fact, they're around here somewhere. I have most of the fucking seasons of Family Guy. At least the first I don't know, the first like 10 or 11 volumes. It's not you. The Simpsons and Family Guy really did become crap. No, I know. It's just people tell me, oh, like the Simpsons, like what about when the Simpsons was good though? And I'm just like, I mean, I don't. For me, there isn't a time when the Simpsons was good, because, like, for me, the Simpsons, like, I didn't grow up in time to enjoy the Simpsons. Okay, I feel like The Simpsons is the kind of show that you have to have nostalgia for to enjoy, because, like, it's not exactly an accessible show to younger audiences, especially if you're going to hold up the earlier seasons as the best of the show. It's like, for me, it's like a lot of the references and jokes just feel dated, and they just feel like they've been done a million times in a million other properties, and it's just like, yeah, the Simpsons is a product of its time, and it feels like a product of its time, and it's like, it's just very, like, I get why people have nostalgia for it, but yeah, I never had nostalgia for it, so it's not something that I can really go back to. The closest thing I have to nostalgia, like, I had a teacher in the 10th grade who she was our my careers teacher, because we had a class about careers. I don't know if they do that in the States, but they have that here, where like you write resumes and stuff, and you learn about how to get a job or whatever. I barely remember anything from that class, but the one thing I do remember from that class is our teacher used to always play Simpsons episodes, and she would have lessons tied into Simpsons episodes, and we all loved that because it was like, ooh, we get to watch a fucking cartoon instead of have a boring fucking lesson, you know? So that was the closest I ever came to like enjoying The Simpsons. It was like, okay, Simpsons or schoolwork. Oh, fuck yeah, The Simpsons. And then like a couple other teachers in that school hopped on the trend of playing Simpsons when they didn't have a lesson planned, or, you know, there weren't a lot of students there. And so yeah, I spent a lot of time in the 10th grade, which was also my first year in school ever. So like, this is like, ooh, this is what school is, watching Simpsons in class. Okay, okay, I guess I can deal with that. um so is Family Guy, and even maybe even South Park. I mean, okay, old episodes of South Park are a product of their time. The thing about South Park, I don't think South Park has ever really gone to shit. It's had weaker seasons than others, but honestly, I feel like South Park, for the most part, has gotten better with age. Like, or it's gotten better with time. Like, I feel like Matt and Trey have definitely like improved their craft over the years and gotten better at being storytellers and better at telling jokes, to the point where, and better at delivering like really cutting social commentary, um to the point where, like, even if I don't agree with their social commentary in a given episode, like, it still manages to be funny and entertain me. You used to adore South Park until you binged way too many episodes and burned yourself out on it. You still respect it a lot, though. I can feel that. Watching, like, you can get fatigued by watching any show too much. Um, except Doctor Who. Um, but yeah, I feel that. Like, if I watched way too, that's why I can't watch Family Guy anymore. Like, I binged way too much Family Guy to the point where, like, even going back to the era of Family Guy that I like the most, which is not the first season. Like, I don't know when it became cool to be like a season one purist when it comes to like adult animation, but it's like, oh yeah, the first season of The Simpsons, that's where it was good. The first season of Family Guy, the first season of South Park. No, no, no. I can't say as much about The Simpsons because I'm not as much into it. But like, when it comes to Family Guy and South Park, no. The first the first two or three seasons are usually like a throwaway for me, where it's like after like 3 or 4 seasons, like these shows tend to get into their routine a bit better. So like South Park, I actually think like season 6, 7 pretty good. Season 9 is very transphobic at best. But also has some funny episodes. But like, yeah, like I actually like South Park, like season 11 and onwards is when I start to really enjoy it. Um I've actually, and what made me realize this is I've binged South Park in order a lot, but the last few times I've watched it, I've actually watched it in reverse, starting with the latest seasons, and I'll watch like the newest season, And then when that season is over, I'll go back a season, watch that season, and then keep going back. And what I find is the newer episodes are enjoyable because I haven't seen them as much. Um, and then the mid seasons are where like the more it gets to the middle, like there's this peak where like South Park was fucking amazing in my opinion. And then like the closer you get to the beginning of South Park, the more it declines to where the first season is I get it, like it's nostalgic for a lot of people and it's what started South Park. It's how a lot of it was built, but it's like I hate the first season of South Park. I actually really fucking do. I actually really fucking hate the first season of South Park, like with a passion. Well, not that much, I guess, but like I don't know. It's just the show clearly didn't know what it was doing yet. It you know it was definitely still figuring itself out. Season one purism doesn't work so much on The Simpsons. Uh, it was season two or three when the animation left prototype phase and all the good writers like Coco joined to start the golden era. Well, yeah, that's well at least like because I've heard a lot of people just be like, no, first season of The Simpsons, early Simpsons, which whatever. I guess seasons two or three counts as early. Um, but yeah, I've gotten into arguments with a lot of people who tell me like the first season of Family Guy is the best. Well, I'm like, no, no, it's not. Like I get some people liked Evil Stewie a lot more, which is fine. I like the dynamic between Stewie and Brian. I think it's actually a lot of fun, even in episodes that aren't super great. If you've ever seen The Simpsons season one, the characters don't even look right. Yeah, that's how I feel about season one of South Park and season one of Family Guy. Honestly, like, and it's annoying because like I have this tendency in my brain to be like, okay, no, I'm going to watch this show. I need to start from the beginning. I need to watch it all in order. And I'm learning to break that habit, especially because it's made it way harder for me to enjoy certain shows because it's like, okay, before I can get to the episodes I enjoy, I have to slog through these shitty half-baked episodes that I've seen a million times that aren't very good. Or it's like now I'm just like, nah, especially if I've seen something before. If I want to rewatch it, I'm gonna watch the stuff that I enjoy. Absolutely. The Simpsons Golden Era is generally considered to be seasons 3 to 8. Okay. Um, Literally the most popular watch order for The Simpsons is now is watch the Treehouse and ignore everything else. I I have seen a few good Treehouse of Horror episodes or whatever. Like there were a few good ones that I remembered. I guess I'll take your word for it. Well, I'm curious about the Death Note thing. I might check it out at some point. Yeah, Futurama is a show where I actually do think the first season started out good. Um, but then yeah, it was made by how do you pronounce his name? Matt whatever. Um, yeah, and the thing is, he already had experience doing The Simpsons, you know, and the Simpsons was already an established thing. Um, And so, like, Futurama right off the bat had a decent animation budget and had decent writing. Um, yeah, Futurama is a show where, like, the first, like, 3 or 4 seasons are pretty good, and, like, it gets worse and worse as it slowly fizzles out, which is unfortunate because it was a good show. The watch order for modern Simpsons, you mean? I get that. So what you're saying is you're finally gonna watch Clone Wars? If someone can give me a comprehensive episode list of episodes that are actually worth watching, sure. Futurama writers are math nerds? Damn. Seems like they have a lot in common with the Adventure Time writers. Matt Groening came to Simpsons off of doing the comic Life in Hell, which for its time was a radical left-wing protest comic. Damn. I've never seen that. Sounds interesting. Futurama being canceled and picked up so much is what killed it. It killed its flow, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, because, like, after the first, like, 3 seasons, like, everything is just, it's like, oh, there's nothing, and there's like, oh, there's like a bunch of specials or movies or whatever, and the movies are just, uh, and then, like, the last season got, I tried watching that show in reverse, and, like, that killed my desire to watch that show anymore, which sucked, because I forgot how good the first few seasons are. Yeah. Um, hmm. Another show I really like is Archer, although I actually did lose interest in Archer. I didn't lose interest in Archer when a lot of other people did. I know a lot of people fell off of Archer either when Archer Vice started or the season directly after it. And I will admit there's a drop in quality there, but Archer is a pretty fucking good show. It's pretty enjoyable. I actually really do want to get caught up because there's new episodes I haven't seen yet. Archer is dope. Rick and Morty is dope. I haven't seen the newest season of Rick and Morty yet, I don't think. I've been meaning to do that. New season's good? Fuck yeah. Wait, new season of what? Archer or Rick and Morty? You're not caught up on your favorite shows anymore? Yeah, I'm not either. Well, I'm caught up on my favorite show, which is Doctor Who. It's the only show anymore that I go out of my way to make sure I'm always caught up with. Um, Other than that, like, there's shows that, like, I'll get I'll get in a mood for them, and I'll be like, all right, time to go back to this show. And it's like, oh, there's a new season or two since I last watched it. Dope. Rick and Morty's first season is definitely the worst. So many uncomfortable, edgy pedo jokes. Yeah, there kind of were. I forgot about that. Yeah, Rick and Morty is another show that it is only gotten better with each season, I think. Like, the whole joke is, haha, this person is a pedo and said something disgusting about a child. Yeah, yeah. Like there's a few scenes where like there was like a scene where like fucking there was actually a few scenes where it's like Morty's teacher is like a pervert, and it was never really explored as a character trait. It's just like, yeah, Rick and Morty became good the minute Rick and Morty got to the current timeline and buried their own corpses. Kind of. You know what's funny? I remember seeing that scene long before I knew what Rick and Morty was. I remember seeing the scene of Morty telling Summer that their original bodies are buried in the backyard, and just thinking, whoa, this show looks awesome. It's got some crazy ass existential shit going on. I gotta check it out. Morty went in the bathroom with the fucking blue bean, the one that said go with the oh yeah, that one. Yeah, the bean that wanted to the bean king that wanted to yeah. The bean king that was also a child molester. I mean, I don't know. I feel like with that episode, I feel like it was at least trying to say something with that joke more than with like the Morty's teacher joke, where it's like, okay, what it's like, it's at least at the end where it's like, damn, there's like this really dark truth about the king, and then it's like, no, we're gonna hide this because we want history to remember him as a hero. I like that because it implies what many of us already know about history, which is it's pretty fucking whitewashed and written by the victors, and a lot of fucking really dark, really fucked up stuff gets swept under the rug, and people end up holding up dead people in power as like these like heroes and saints and whatever, and it's like, and honestly, like I feel like it's a critique on that thing where it's like, oh yeah, let's just sweep the uncomfortable shit under the rug, pretend it's not there, so that uh, the people don't realize their king was a monster. Like, Jesus, you can use dark shit like that. The bean thing works. It's just when it's haha, here's a fucked up sentence about, yeah. Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. Like if it's not like a whole properly crafted joke, that's why I'm saying like the thing with the bean, the bean king, whatever, the jelly bean king. Yeah, that it's a whole joke, okay? It's a properly crafted joke as well as a critique on society and history. I can accept that as a joke. I get that some of the other ones are a little unneeded. And like as much as I like season 4 of Rick and Morty, the fucking dragon incest thing, oh, as well as like the giant incest baby, it's a little whatever. It's cringe, but like it's surrounded by a really interesting series and really interesting stories and really well written developed characters. So it's better than Family Guy's many pedophilia jokes. Like, I'm sorry, in Family Guy there were way more jokes that were just like, haha, pedophilia. It's like, Jesus. Like Herbert. Okay? Like, okay. Hi there, Kyle. You want to come down into my basement? I got popsicles. Like, Jesus, like, way overdone. And, like, it's not like they even said anything with that character. His whole thing is just, ha ha, he's a pedophile. Like, and it's almost like in some episode, like, they actually try to, like, humanize it, which, okay, don't get me wrong, humanizing people with, you know, fucked up desires or weird person, like, really fucked up things that look, just because someone's attracted to something that is immoral doesn't make them automatically an irredeemable, worthless person. I understand that. But also, he's portrayed as someone who actually is a child abuser, is a predator, and it's just kind of played for a joke and never says anything or does anything interesting with it. And then there's episodes that outright make him the hero. And the episode with when Chris becomes friend with the German puppet maker, and then he turns out to be a Nazi, and then Herbert fights the Nazi guys, and then the Nazi guy, and it's like, and then Chris realizes, oh, like, I guess Herbert was actually a good guy. It's like, no, he's not. He was literally trying to seduce you into his fucking basement so he can have his way with you. No. He literally did lock Chris up in his basement. No, actually, no, that was the German guy. Never mind. But no, he tried, right? He tried, like, yeah, like, it's Jesus. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, something about Herbert as a character just makes me feel uneasy now going back and watching that. And there's a lot of jokes like, oh, Peter's in it. There's just a lot of really fucked up. Yeah. Again, at least with the fucking Jelly Bean, the Jelly Bean King episode in Rick and Morty. Again, at least that one, that pedophilia joke was a joke. It was constructed. It had something to say. I mean, I'll be honest. I don't even need to agree with what the joke has to say, but just be saying something. Just be making a point. Other than, haha, this dark thing. They humanize Herbert, but don't demonize his urges. Yeah, that's the problem. And there's never an attempt by him to change. Yeah, no, there isn't. Like, maybe if he, like, had, like, a revelation in one episode where it's like, oh, I realized that, like, this attraction is actually harmful, and, you know, it could damage a kid's life, so I'm gonna do the decent thing and, move out of, move off out of Spooner Street and, you know, to some retirement community or gated community full of old folks so that, you know, he's not even tempted to offend. I don't know. There's also so many haha fat retard male jokes. Yeah, there's a lot. Haha fat, haha retarded, haha trans. There's another one. Hugely transphobic. That's another big reason why, like, it's hard for me to, like, watch Family Guy, especially because Family Guy, I know some people would argue, oh no, but they made episodes later with Ida, and they tried to, like, redeem the idea of a trans character. No, I'm sorry. First of all, they did too much damage with their original portrayal of her, and then they never took it seriously. And literally the episode that was meant to be like, oh, here's an olive branch to the trans community, was literally just, ha, I'm Peter, oh, look at me, I can get all this special treatment just by being trans and completely misrepresenting the trans experience. Because I don't know a single goddamn trans person that like just gets everyone in society being super nice to them and going out of their way to kiss their ass just for being trans. In fact, most of us are actually kind of fucking oppressed and discriminated against a lot. Jesus. Sideshow Bob handled removing himself from temptation to prey on his quarry than Herbert. Yeah. I didn't even watch that much Simpsons, but I do remember the Sideshow Bob thing. He moved. Just move. Just move. Just move, fam. Just move. You prefer the Cleveland show? I could never really get into the Cleveland show. It just seemed like, okay, here's Family Guy, but with black people and a bear. And I don't know. The fact that fucking like Cleveland isn't even voiced by a black guy makes it even harder to be like, oh, well, this is like good fucking like POC media, because it's not. Like there's way better there's way better shows about the black experience. My God, The Proud Family is a better show about the black experience. You should have been on Morbius. Wait, what's Morbius? I probably should have, because I'm brilliant and I should be on everything. The Proud Family. Trudy is thick. Dude, Jesus. Yeah, no, Proud Family is a good show. The Cleveland show was just Diet Family Guy. The only funny thing I remember from that show was Cleveland shouting "Hasta la possum," Jesus, and burning his genitals while trying to flamethrower a house pest. Jesus, I don't even think I got through the first season of the Cleveland show. It literally just felt like, okay, here's black Family Guy with a bear. Are we progressive yet? Are we different yet? Are we are we covering new ground yet? No. No. Remember Border Town? No. I don't know what that is. Or maybe Morbius would have been a good movie if you were in it instead of Jared Leto. Probably. I have not seen it. I will say I would have made a better Joker than Jared Leto in Suicide Squad. Border Town is literally the worst show I've ever tried to suffer through. Damn, I've never watched it. Seth MacFarlane makes funny imitations of movies with his characters, but fails miserably with his own stories. I enjoy the Cleveland show Die Hard special. Yeah, I've not seen that. The Proud Family was actually funnier than the Cleveland show. Even as an adult, Sugar Mama constantly trampling her son-in-law never gets old. True. True. I was watching The Proud Family recently on Disney Plus, and for nostalgia's sake, and I was like, damn, this is actually a pretty good fucking show. This is actually a pretty good fucking show. But yeah, no. Look, Seth MacFarlane. I will say this about Seth MacFarlane. The only good thing he is capable of doing anymore is the Orville. I actually kind of like the Orville. The Orville, the Orville, Orville, the Orville. Yeah, that's a good show. It's like Star Trek, but takes itself less seriously. I've called it Star Trek for people who don't like Star Trek before. That's kind of what it is. It's a good show. Way better than anything else that Seth MacFarlane has had his name attached to in the last 10 years. The first Mexican cartoon made by Seth MacFarlane on Fox. Wait, that's what Border Town is? Why does Seth MacFarlane why does Seth MacFarlane get to make all the adult animations about minorities? Why don't we have like actual funny Don't tell me there aren't any, all right? I I'll watch a fucking I'll watch a show when it's actually made by like funny black comedians or funny Mexican comedians or whatever, not like a white guy um making fun of stereotypes. He always retort with new ways to call her old. Yeah, yo. Sugar mama. MacFarlane loves to pat himself on the back. Oh, I know he does. The thing that killed any respect I had for Family Guy was the god awful fucking episode where he dared to act as if that dumpster fire of a show that which was only getting worse and worse was deserving of an Emmy on any fucking level. And then being like, ooh, I'm gonna be yeah, I'm a transgender character now. Yeah, do I deserve an Emmy now? No, you don't, Peter. No, you fucking don't. Go fuck yourself, Seth MacFarlane. Go fuck yourself. Just like self-masturbatory fucking nonsense. Look, I'm not even like maybe the episode was more about like commentary on the kinds of things that do get Emmys, but no, like they literally spent the entire episode begging for Emmys. I don't fucking I don't care if it's like a meta commentary on the kinds of things that win Emmys. Fuck you. Fuck you. That was like presumptuous on so like I think it would have been tone deaf and ridiculous if they made that episode during the height of Family Guy. Even then it didn't deserve an Emmy, but my fucking god, it was already in a steep decline when Seth MacFarlane pulled that fucking rotten turd out of his ass. I remember when Screams of Silence was like Family Guy's serious social commentary, Emmy bait, fuck you, Seth MacFarlane episode. It even got a review on Mr. Enter. I don't know what those sites are, but yeah, no, it's not social commentary. It's not social commentary. It's literally just like, give us an Emmy, give us an Emmy. We should have an Emmy. Why don't we have an Emmy yet? We should have an Emmy. No, you shouldn't. No, you fucking shouldn't. Go actually create something good, okay? Jesus. Like the nerve of those fuckers, all right? Maybe do something new and groundbreaking with the show if you want a goddamn Emmy. No, still treading the same old ground as they were 20 fucking years ago. Still repeating the same jokes, the same storylines. The same milquetoast, watered down fucking social commentary. The Orville gets an Emmy before literally the Orville deserves an Emmy. Like the I don't know that the Orville actually deserves an Emmy, but like it deserves it a hell of a lot more than Family Guy ever could. My God, South Park deserves an Emmy before fucking a Family Guy does. Jesus. I prefer American Dad because the characters actually grow. I prefer American Dad for a lot of reasons, but yeah, American Dad was pretty good. The last 3 or 4 seasons have been utter ass, and I can't watch it anymore. And I don't care for Seth MacFarlane shows anymore. I just don't. South Park didn't get an Emmy. I thought it got one. Did it? If it did, it definitely deserved it a hell of a lot more than Family Guy. Did South Park ever win an Emmy? The controversial series won Emmy Awards for Outstanding Animated Program in 2005, 2007, 2008, 2009, and 2012. Okay, yeah, well, it actually deserved it. Because, yeah, those were actually some good years for Family Guy. For South Park, sorry. See, as juvenile and as raunchy and just like irreverent as South Park is, at least South Park is written well and tells actual jokes. Jesus. Yeah, that reminds me of the time. Jesus. Hey Lois. Why do women have boobs? So you got something to look at while you're talking to them. Like, Jesus. That jokes like that just sum up fucking South Park, Family Guy, okay? Jesus. Jesus. Family Guy is hot garbage, and honestly, I could only see enjoying it if you, like, still have nostalgia for it, but, like, I don't have a lot of nostalgia anymore for the shit that I enjoyed as a teenager. I have way more nostalgia for shit that I enjoyed as a kid. Boobs are pretty fucking dope, I will admit that. But, no, why do women have boobs? Because lesbians, alright? They're not for men to have something to look at when they're... This reminds me of the time when I met the Prophet Muhammad. I used to be able to do a better Peter voice. I can't do it anymore. South Park had balls. It did. It still does. Alright? I don't always agree with it. But, like... And that's the other thing, okay? Look, South Park has been pretty transphobic in the past. It's been pretty backwards in a lot of ways in the past. But South Park is the other thing about South Park, it grows. The show has grown, okay? Like the quality, like they've actually been willing to admit their mistakes. They've actually come right out and admit their fucking mistakes. And like, look, like the whole transphobic arc back in season 9, that was pretty bad, you know? In later episodes, in later seasons, they've made an effort to, like, be more respectful to trans people. The trans bathroom episode was actually really fucking good, despite it not actually featuring any trans characters. But again, because of what the message of the episode is, I almost am not even mad at it for that, because the message of the episode is literally, it doesn't matter if the person is trans, doesn't matter if the person is just trolling. Let people use the goddamn bathroom of their choice and stop bitching about it, you fucking sissies. Like, brilliant, okay? And also, the the Lord song in that episode is also pretty fucking dope. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I am Lord. I am Lord. God. That episode was actually what made me curious about Lord as an artist, and I looked her up and I was like, "Oh my god, she's actually fucking brilliant." Good night, Lucian Knight. Have a good night, fam. Boobs aren't for men to look at; they're for women to look at. They're true. They're basically like portable stress relief for women, right? We gotta deal with men all the time, all right? We gotta deal with fucking men and their bullshit. You know, we deserve a fucking sexy, bodacious, jiggly pair of fucking bosoms on our chest that we can just fucking like, boobs, yo. Play with your boobs, ladies. It relieves stress totally. Um what up, bombshells? Bombshells. What up? What up, Queen Cat Lady? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're having a Halloween chill stream where we chill, and I guess we're just talking about we're talking about adult animations. Play with boobs, the highlight of Seth MacFarlane critique. What if we want someone else to play with them? I mean, that's perfectly acceptable too. That is also a way to relieve stress, you know? They're also good for like if a man is talking too much, you can just whip out your tits, smother him with them, and it'll shut him right up. Not like I'm not saying like suffocate him, but like, you know, you can smother him with those tits to shut him up initially, so he can't talk initially, and then he'll just be so like you know, he'll just be so like enamored that he'll forget whatever nonsense he was prattling on about. Is there room in the hot tub? My back is killing me. Yeah, it's I didn't realize what you meant for a second. I'm like, oh yeah, it looks like I'm in a fucking hot tub. I am the vampire queen in the blood pool. This is my blood hot tub. Okay, as you can see, it's like red. This you know, all the all the men that I've drained of their blood to drink later. First, I put it in my hot tub, and I just bathe in it. Mine are not shanty size. They won't smother anyone too much. Well, um, see, that's the nice thing. Even if they're not that big, you can always like you can always like you can always like even just flash some fucking cleavage, and like men will like forget what they were like they'll forget what they were prattling on about. They'll be like, ah, boobs. Look, I'm a lesbian, so I guess I shouldn't begrudge men's obsession with boobs too much, because I do like boobs. I I do enjoy boobs. Um, I lost it when Peter was watching Passion of the Christ, and tell you. Yeah, that is a good one. Where he's like, Brian, I tell you, I can't believe this guy is just lying there taking it. That's true, yo. That is true. Boobs rule. They do. They fucking do, fam. Boobs are fucking based. All the booba. That's why I'm trying to spend my life being a good girl, so I can get into lesbian boob heaven. Yeah, I don't know. As her GF, I can confirm she is thirsty for my boobs. Damn right. Damn fucking right I am. And as your poly girlfriend, I'm thirsty for all the boobs, but your boobs in particular. Um, yeah, I wouldn't sacrifice myself for idiots by being nailed to the cross. I, yeah, I don't know. I have several actual critiques when it comes to that subject, and a lot to say, but it's a different discussion. I generally agree, though. Like I do think it's stupid the idea like God God sacrificed himself to save humanity from himself. It's fucking stupid. Jesus. I wonder how people would like react to the Bible if it was written today. It would probably just be another like shitty piece of fiction that like no one reads. You're more of a belly guy thanks to seeing belly dancing as a kid, but a large pair of lovely breasts is always great, especially when you know how to play with them in a way that gives her pleasure. True, true. There's a Jesus. Um that is true, yes. Greatest story ever sold. Yeah. You would sacrifice your life to save loved ones, but it depends where the weekend is. Damn. Wait, why am I? Oh, not even for a weekend. Oh yeah. Oh, so you sacrifice yourself for a weekend. Okay, for loved ones. I feel that. Yeah, I'll sacrifice my weekends for my loved ones. You know. I interpret it as God simply not understanding humans enough to forgive them, so he lived as one for a while to get the feel of things. Yeah, maybe. But then he spent all his time not sinning. But maybe that's what it was. Like Jesus had to like spend all the time with like the temptation of sin and being like, damn, I really want to sin. And it was like, damn, well, I guess I understand why it's so hard for these humans. Alright, I guess I'll die to save them from the hell created by the devil that I created and allowed free reign to harvest the souls of those who aren't worthy to come into my paradise that uh, only allows people in by arbitrary rules. Yeah. He shouldn't have to turn into his own creation to understand the nature he gave them. That is true. Christ is bipolar. I thought it was more of a paranoid schizophrenic. um, I don't know. I think personally that Christ was a hippie. I think he was just some hippie who went around being like, "Yo, man, like, you gotta love each other, bro. Got fucking man, like, we gotta love each other. Like, look at these Pharisees, man. Fucking Pharisees telling you how to live your life, man. Trying to fucking control you and like trying to like tell you you're not worthy, man. Fuck you. Like, we're all worthy. We're all God's children, yo. Like, we gotta love each other. Turn the other cheek, man. Turn the other cheek." I bet Jesus also smoked a lot of weed. Jesus was also pretty much a fucking communist. Didn't like wealth. Didn't like didn't like buying and selling, you know. Yeah, Jesus didn't like markets, yo. He didn't like capitalism. Went around healing and teaching people for free. He was a fucking leftist, yo. Jesus was actually based. Try telling that to fucking conservative Christians. Jesus was based, but not in the way you think. How about a hell party with succubi? Damn. Creators who don't accept their creations will only seem cruel or uncaring to their creations. Yeah. Kind of explains why queer people don't like their conservative parents. Christ was all about love except for his immediate family who he publicly dissed. And that Wait, when did he publicly diss his family? What are you talking about? And that fixed tree he went Palpatine on? Fig tree. The fig tree he went Palpatine on because it didn't bear any fruit. Yeah, well, you know, Jesus wasn't perfect, despite what the Christians say. You know what else you can say about Jesus that'll piss conservatives off? The fact that he was a Jew. Yeah, he was a Jew, a hippie, and a communist. Party in hell, yo. Party in hell. I wanna go to heaven for the weather. Hell for the company. I wanna go to heaven for the weather. But hell seems like fun to me. I'm sorry, that's what I always think of. Yeah. Honestly, I don't even know if I care for the weather in heaven. It seems boring. Heaven seems like a boring fucking place, yo. Fuck heaven. I'd rather be in hell where all the cool people are. Christ doesn't like figs. I don't care for them either. Dates are better. Damn. True, I guess. Yay, God told me to kill and then not kill my kid. Yeah, yo, Abraham. You didn't understand the point of Abraham being told to sacrifice Isaac and almost succeeding as a kid. Yeah, I mean, my dad always told me that story, and like it's just this good, amazing story. It's like, see, God, because God wasn't actually going to tell him to kill his son. God wasn't actually going to let him kill his son, but God needed to know that he trusted him. And like, the fact that like Christian parents look up to stories like that is actually really fucking scary. Really fucking scary. Because you know, these like Christian extremists, like they would absolutely sacrifice their kids if they thought God wanted that. They would literally fucking kill their children on an altar and say, "Yes, this is to Jesus." God, I can't. Okay. I probably need to end soon because I like can't stop twitching. And it's only getting worse the longer the stream goes. I fucking hate it when people excuse biblical shit saying it's metaphorical. Fuck your metaphor. I mean, I don't excuse it by saying it's metaphorical. I usually say it's metaphorical, so stop taking it so fucking seriously. But then it's like there's a difference between the metaphorical stories and the stories that are written as like, no, this is a historical account. And also, like, whether the fucking story of Isaac and Abraham is metaphorical or not, it's still a fucking gross ass message. Really fucked. Just another reminder, guys, we got a link down in the description if y'all want to donate Streamlabs. Really helps out. Really helps keep this channel running. I'm pretty fucking broke, but everyone's broke these days, you know? So anything fucking helps. Oh, I guess I should pimp this for a hot second. Also, quick reminder that I have a GoFundMe for laser hair removal, which I desperately need, and I'm broke and disabled, and laser hair removal is not covered. So anything y'all can donate would help. I can't afford my first session until this goal gets to 250. I really appreciate y'all who have helped me get it to 150. Very much appreciated. But we and this is a long-term goal, right? But yeah, anyone who can help help this goal reach 250. I was aiming for the end of this month, but the month is already over, so whenever I get to 250, I can finally have my first appointment. So yeah, even if y'all can't donate to this, sharing the link around would actually help me out like a ton, like a shit ton. Okay. Facial dysphoria is really not fun. Super not fun. And I could use all the help I can get. Link. Okay, link. The link is, it's the first link in the description, but I will also put it in the chat. Yeah, feel free to share the link around, those of you who feel so inclined. It would help out a ton. Hells yeah. I know the Abraham Lincoln story well. So God was like, George Washington, I want you to kill Abraham Lincoln. But George was like, nah, fam. and then him and Abe went to Taco Bell. Damn. Abraham Lincoln and George Washington at Taco Bell. I didn't know they liked Taco Bell. The metaphor of Abraham is ancient morality actually sucked, so return to modernity. Wait, are you saying that's the message of the Abraham story, is that ancient morality is stupid? I don't know, I haven't read that story in a while. But yeah. But yeah, hells yeah. Also, thank you very much to those of you who have donated to this goal so far. It really helps out. And those of you that donate in general. I'm also trying to plan a trip this holiday to visit my girlfriend. So, a lot of expenses, not a lot of income. I mostly make my money on Patreon and OnlyFans, which people can also check out. I'm not gonna put the link to that in the chat, People can go find it on my Twitters. Oh, speaking of Twitters, I do have a I do have a 18 plus Twitter where I also post censored images from my OnlyFans. If my 18 plus fans feel so inclined, it is at Zavaria Mercy. Um, Anyone with a NSFW Twitter account also feel free to share that account around because I'm gonna be posting more censored pics there. Yeah, boobs. Yeah, there's boobs on my Twitter. There's boobs, and they're censored, but they're boobs. And there's yeah yeah we probably shouldn't show. There's boobs. Yeah. True. I don't know. I've been trying to push that shit lately because honestly, I've realized that OnlyFans is actually one of my highest sources of income right now, which is kind of sad because I have like I think currently 4 fans, but like I get more money on there than I do on Patreon because most of my patrons are only like $2. Yeah, any way y'all can support can help. Y'all also don't have to. It's also just dope to chill with y'all and have a epic ass Halloween. I have not been paid this month, and that is scary because I already get the fucking bare minimum of fucking disability shit, and it's like barely enough to live on, and then fucking late payments, I guess. Whatever. It's the government. Like? Why am I surprised? So yeah, any donations would really fucking help out because I'm fucking broke. Oh, Jesus. You gotta love capitalism, right? Gotta love the system we're all forced to toil under. Yeah, disability is pennies. It is. It really is, and it's really fucking sucks. As someone who's like disabled to the point where I like really can't fucking work and don't see myself being able to get a fucking normal job anytime soon. Like I feel in a lot of ways like, oh, like this like YouTube shit is pretty much my only fucking hope of like, you know, Jesus. It's depressing. I'm not gonna get into depressing topics. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. But we all gotta fucking fight the system in whatever way. I don't know. Jesus, I'm too tired to like go into a fucking capitalism rant. Just know that I hate the goddamn system. I hate every fucking part of it. Every little bit helps. Very true. Very, very true. Another thing y'all can do to help support this channel, even if y'all can't donate, help me share my shit around. Because that also helps me a lot. That's why I'm trying to like get people to share my like 18 plus Twitter, because it's like, well, if more people go to my OnlyFans, like that will help. But if more people in general come to my community, that helps me out too. Yells yeah. I need a more concise shilling script, but I don't like shilling. So I feel like I don't know. I'd rather just genuinely tell y'all what's up, tell y'all what I need, ask for support, and then move on, rather than like recite some like written script to you guys. So yeah, fuck that. I'm not doing a shilling script. Each shilling set, that's what I can offer to you guys as viewers, all right? Each time I shill, it will be unique to the situation, and it'll be genuine and from the heart. Give this lady capital to rant about capitalism. True. I want to join the elite class of you know, people who make money ranting, people who make capital ranting about capitalism. Would more collabs with Teddy help spread the Teddy? I don't know who that is, but yeah, I need a collab more. I've been kind of taking well, not taking a break, but I haven't been streaming as consistently lately because I've been just dealing with a lot of mental health shit and a lot of trauma and addiction shit and oh yeah, Teddy Rubskin. Yeah, I'd love to collab with Teddy Rubskin again. He's fucking, or again, did I ever? I think I've been in a stream with him before. I don't know. I don't really do Underhaven anymore. And that was my like connection to that dude. But yeah, it's been really difficult. I've not been able to stream some days. Some days I'm too depressed or fucking mentally ill to stream. Other days I'm too dysphoric to stream. So I'm just streaming when I can now. You should hit up the Unchained Maidens. Maybe someday. I've never really been invited on that show. Even though one of the members was my co-host for a long time. Whatever. Do you watch Hannah Reloaded? I used to. She's pretty dope. I'll be honest, y'all. I haven't connected with Anna in a while. We're not on the greatest terms. I don't hate her or anything, but we definitely need to I don't know, hash some things out, I guess. You're trying to give to the GoFundMe, but it's not letting you? Huh. I don't know why that would be. Yeah, I'm not sure why that's the case. Is there a minimum you're trying to send 5? Excuse me. There might be? No, there's someone gave $5 before. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's not working. It's weird. Yeah, it's hard when you're not on the same level with a friend sometimes. I it's more not being on the same page with a friend and just yeah. We have certain disagreements on how to run a community. I I don't know. I've also been in a place where like I don't really have the energy to deal with people that I'm not on like amazing terms with, because it's just like I don't have the energy. I don't have the energy for conflict or for like drama or whatever. I'm just dealing with me right now. Cuz I also, because I know if I'm in a bad place, I can I can be a little harsh with people sometimes. So, yeah, whatever. It's not important. Yes, yes. We parted ways on creative differences, okay? Creative differences. Anna's still cool. I will probably stream with her again at some point. I've actually been meaning to get Mango on here for a while. I don't know. There's a few people I want to collab with again. I'm putting. I have to put my health first, and that it just sucks because it's like I have to put my health first, but then it's like I take time off streaming, and it's like, oh fuck, I'm even more broke than usual. Hooray! You learned of me through Mango. Poggies. Mango is a cool motherfucker. All right. Yeah, she's one of my really good friends. I like her a lot. She's fucking awesome. Awesome human being. Not your favorite fruit, but in the top 5. Yeah. Mangoes are pog. Oh goodness, Mango will sound like a squeaky wheel the entire time she laughs. I know. I know. Oh, I've been on stream with her. I'm familiar. It's always fun cuz like her laughter is like really contagious. It's it's like it's a little odd, but it's like really contagious. And it's hard when Mango starts laughing, it's hard to not like start laughing like crazy too. And I've been on streams with her where like the whole thing just evolves and everyone's just laughing about nothing at some point. Like it just gets to the point where like Mango laughs about something and then everyone like is dying laughing, not even at the original joke but because they're laughing along with Mango. It's amazing. I love Mango. She's fucking amazing. Um no, I should stream with her again. I've actually really been meaning to get her on to talk Doctor Who, because she actually agreed to do some Doctor Who related content with me for a project I've been meaning to do called the Hovium. Get it? Hopium, Hovium. Yeah, yo, Mango Jones. She's fucking dope. Thoughts on the new Doctor? I assume you mean Shooty Gatwa. Um, we haven't seen much of him. We don't know really what he's gonna do, but personally, I'm excited. I'm actually very excited. Um, I'm like super fucking excited. Jonesing for Mango, we call that Mango Jones. True, true. Yeah, no, I'm actually really excited for Shuri Gatwa as the 15th Doctor, not the 14th, 15th. I loved him. I loved him in Sex Education. In fact, he like God. I want to go watch more Sex Education because it's like ooh more Shuri Gatwa. Fucking love him. I can't wait. I'm actually really fucking excited. And as much as I'm excited for like the 60th anniversary specials that are coming next year, I almost just wish I could skip over next year and get to the point when we get to see Shuri Gatwa fully in the role. Well, it seems like we're gonna see like little cameos of him. Like maybe like his regeneration is like stuck in limbo, and that's why David Tennant is back. God, I love him. I just love his like. There's just something about like his personality, his mannerisms, his like. He's just a delightful presence. I love him a lot. I've noticed a lot of trans people are into Doctor Who. Is that a thing or is it just my imagination? Honest question. Yeah, I know a lot of trans people are into Doctor Who as well, and I can't speak for all other trans people, but I can speak for myself. Personally, one of the reasons I've always related to the Doctor as a character, and I've always related to the show like it's a character that I mean changes. Their face changes completely. They become a different person. And I've always identified with that and like with the different feelings that the Doctor experiences either knowing they're going to regenerate or once they have regenerated. And so I think that kind of clicks with a lot of trans people. Um, and then there's also a lot of themes of like the Doctor post regeneration just wanting to be seen and accepted by his friends who already loved him, but now he's a different person. And like there's with David Tennant, there's a little short um that comes between series 1 and 2 where it's just Tennant and Rose in the TARDIS, and he has a line where he's like she's like, "Can you change back?" He's like, "Do you want me to?" And she's like, "Can you?" He's like, "No." And he's like, "Do you want to still travel with me?" And there's that question there, and it like that always hit me really hard because I know what it's like to go through a major change, become a different person, and for the people that you love and that love you to not really see you as the same person anymore, and to not want to be with you anymore. It sucks. It hurts. And it's also why I love Capaldi's arc. Peter Capaldi, 12th Doctor. Okay, people really underestimate his entire thing. I know I'm not the only person who reads his arc as kind of like having a lot of queer theming to it, even though his Doctor isn't explicitly queer. He's also never explicitly not queer. But yeah, there's also an episode, like the first episode, a Deep Breath in series 8, when the 12th Doctor regenerates, or 11 regenerates into 12, and there's a really good scene that I love because the Doctor is post-regeneration, and his companion, who already knows about regeneration, she's kind of iffy, and she's like, why is he an old man? Why does he have gray hair? Why? I thought he just got that face. Why is it old and wrinkled? And why does he look like this? And the one of the Doctor's friends, a lesbian lizard person, who, yes, a lesbian lizard woman, okay, um, who is like a detective in Victorian London, um, and she lives like as a lizard. She lives and is like a respected member of the community, but she always wears this veil when she's out in public, and she points out to Clara that the Doctor wears a face in the same way that she wears her veil. It's it's um the you know, it's like he let her, he wore a veil before with some of his other younger faces, and it's like now he's showing you who he is, and you're rejecting him. And she kind of takes issue with that, and I love it because there's this scene where like she mentions her veil, and she's like, I wear this veil for the I wear this veil for the benefit of people in society, but it's not a courtesy to them. I wear it as a judgment on the quality of their hearts, because I know that they would judge me, you know? And there's just a lot of theming in that really clicks with me as a trans person. And it reminds me of what it feels like wearing a mask out in public, you know, walking down the street just wearing my COVID mask even if I'm not near a bunch of people. And it's just like, I realize, yeah, I'm not even wearing this mask so that like, oh, like so people aren't offended by me, or even so that I mean it's not even so I don't feel dysphoric on some level. It's more just like I know I'm going to be judged, so I'm judging you back by hiding my face because you don't deserve to see the real me. um I don't know, like I said, there's a lot of little touches in Doctor Who that are relatable to queer people and trans people. Um and it's just always been a very queer friendly show. Well, it's mostly like in modern era it's been a pretty queer friendly show. And a pretty progressive show. And so yeah, there's a lot of reasons why trans people would or queer people in general would enjoy Doctor Who. It's really enjoyable on a lot of levels. I remember her. She's one of my favorite characters. Yeah, Madame Vastra. I love it. I love her. Um, I noticed the past 3 generations are all about breaking the rules of regeneration. Yeah, and I kind of like that because I like that it changes shit up, and it's like, and they weren't even hard rules. They were just like kind of, oh yeah, the Doctor is always a man, and you know, like always a white man, and always like with a certain like I don't know, like the Doctor's a Time Lord, and Time Lords regenerate and can look like literally anything. So why are they all such rigid, you know? And as much as people don't like the Timeless Child arc, I kind of do like the way that it kind of. I feel like its only real purpose is to kind of explain within the canon of the show why, or give at least some uh, some maybe narrative justifications as to why the Doctor was a man for so long. Um, the Doctor was born a woman, so yeah. The first Doctor was actually a trans man based. Yeah, yes, I get that. I'm not trans, but I'm disabled, so I get the body image judgment part. People have this very entitled voyeurism, whether the intent is nice or not. It gets old and infuriating sometimes. Yeah, it does. There are really are people out there that just act offended at the very idea of seeing something different, seeing someone that they're not used to seeing, and it's really sad. Um, and it sucks being the person on the other end of that. Um, that's why I wrote rules in quotation mark. There were patterns, but not rules, except in the minds of fanboys, and the show wanted to expand those minds. Absolutely, and I love that because it's like, look, I really don't care that a bunch of chuds are mad and like, Doctor Who's too woke now. All right, a lot of those people were either too dumb or ignorant to recognize the fact that the show has always been woke. It's always been progressive. It's always been very left leaning. And it's always been anti fascist. And people are mad that it's just a little more explicit at times. And that sucks because I think Series 10 especially does a really good job at at raising some really interesting questions and raising a lot of the issues with capitalism. I actually I kind of soft quoted the Doctor in my last stream when I was ranting about capitalism, because the Doctor at this in I think the second or third episode of Series 10, it's called Thin Ice. Oh, it's the third one. Um, there's this there's this capitalist that is there's this businessman that's like taking advantage of the poor people, and um his like giant scheme involves literally letting children die to pad his bottom line. And the Doctor remarks that like it's the people it's not the people at the top of society, it's not the people that with all the success that are the measure of a society. It's the value you place on a human life, the least important person in society, the way you treat them, the way you the value that you put on that human life. That's the value of a society. It's not measured by progress or industry, or it's not measured by industry or profit. It's what is the value you place on a human life, and the value any society places on a human life is to know what value a society places on a human life. You gotta look at the lowest members of society and how they're treated. Thank you so much. No justice, no peace. Much appreciated for the incredibly kind $10. I don't see it in the list there, but I do see that the donation count increased by one number. So thank you very, very much. I really appreciate that. That is, again, like I dysphoria is hard, and I really need laser hair removal, and any little bit helps. Any little bit that is donated anywhere, any support anyone is able to give to this community helps out a fucking ton, and I appreciate it so fucking much. Hells yeah. If you don't make chuds a little mad constantly, you'll end up letting them get comfortable and then having to rip off the bandage and make them really mad all at once. That is true. That is true. I do agree there. Um, it's probably for the best that Doctor Who stays on top of the need to keep minds open so it doesn't end up in a fandom death spiral like Star Wars. True. And yeah, Doctor Who is also a series that's always been about open mindedness. It's always been about hope and optimism and fighting against um, immeasurable odds, doing the right thing, being kind. Like, the Doctor is a literal time traveling hero who doesn't carry a weapon, carries a screwdriver, and goes around fixing things and helping people wherever he can. He'll defeat aliens and he'll let them die if they are posing a major threat to humanity, but killing is never his first option. And he always tries to do that. Like, it's an amazing type of hero that we need more of, honestly. And he's the interesting thing too. I view the Doctor as actually as like outlandish and inhuman as the Doctor's character is, like as the Doctor is, like, you know, lore wise. The Doctor as a character could really work in any piece of media. Like, it doesn't just have to be science fiction. Like, the Doctor as a character, like the Doctor's character, the type of hero that the Doctor is, and this is why I look up to the Doctor so much. It almost feels like the kind of hero that anyone could be. Because the Doctor's biggest mantra is, especially with Peter Capaldi, especially in series 10, is just be kind. Just be kind. Just do what you can if you can. If you see injustice, do something, and you can do something about it, do something about it. Never let injustice stand. Fight back against it. Fight to defend the defenseless and the helpless. It really is the best type of hero you can have, and that's why I praise this show so much. And then any attempt to offer legitimate criticism to a megacorp like Disney gets buried in muck culture. Yeah, it's frustrating. The whole culture war thing is frustrating because it's the right that started the culture war, okay? Like, queer people, trans people, people of color, you know, we all just, we wanted to exist. That's all we ever did. Disabled people, whatever, like, marginalized people. All we've ever done is just want to exist and want to be treated like a fucking person, okay? And the right is like, nah. We wanna bully you and discriminate against you and treat you like shit, and we don't want you to be treated like like equal members of society. And to the point where they feel the need to fight back against our very existence. Anyone who's just like, oh, it's just culture, like, the culture war, I used to say there was no culture war, but there is, unfortunately. And yeah, it's the right started the culture war to derail any attempts to criticize power. Yeah, kind of. Because then they can be like, "Oh, like they can be like, "Oh, you're saying you're discriminated against? Well, oh, you're just this is just about identity politics. My identity politics." And like just trying to like reduce any talk of social justice or social change to just, oh, it's just identity politics. Well, it's like, no, it's about treating humans as equals. It's not just identity politics. Yeah, justice, yo. There's a huge culture war, unfortunately. There is. And unfortunately, like, that's the other thing. The right wing stokes the flames of the culture war while simultaneously uh trying to reduce it as not being important. They go, "Oh, this is just culture war shit," while trying to like dismiss anything they don't like. "Oh, this is just this is culture war. This is identity politics." Like they're yeah. Can't speak against the king, can't speak against the masters, can't speak against the 1%, must be distracted by speaking against the gays and the Jews. Yeah, pretty much. Two Americas is real and it's driven by conservatism. Very true. Very true. And it sucks because Southern America really is more and more becoming a hellhole for trans and queer people, and that is because of the right wing stoking this culture war narrative and being like, the fucking queer people just all want to woke police you and they want to compel your speech or whatever. When literally we're just sitting here being like, nah, just be respectful, please. Please treat us with the respect you treat any other fucking human. Like, god damn it. And like, yeah, if I tell you like, no, that's not my gender, that's not my pronouns, that's not my name, that's not whatever, like, respect that. That's the thing. Most of these chuds that will go around like misgendering and dead naming trans people because, oh, it's how you were born, it's what you were born as. Like, a lot of these same people, if they have like friends in their own personal life, was like, hey man, I know my name is John, but like I just really hate being called John. It's like I just hate it. Like, please call me Jeff instead. Most of those people are like, yeah, okay, all right, Jeff. Yeah, especially if they gave like some really like meaningful reason as to why. It's just like, I just, my dad was named John. I was named after my dad, and he was just such a piece of shit, and I don't want to be named after it. Most conservatives to their own friends would be like, "Oh yeah, of course I'll respect that." But then a trans person comes along and has very legitimate reasons for not wanting to be misidentified um with the name and pronouns they were assigned at birth, and conservatives want to like pretend we're being unreasonable. I don't know what happened to Nancy Pelosi's husband. I haven't been paying super close attention to the news. News is depressing. I just kind of rant about topics that I think are important and skim the news when I feel like it. And I'm more about I'm more about attacking things from like an empathy side than like a political or news, uh, you know. That's a great example, actually. It is. Like, go to a conservative that like respects you. Like, if you're a cis person, go to a conservative that respects you, and just be like, yeah, I was named after a real piece of shit who like was a fucking asshole to me, and just I just don't want to go by that name anymore. They'd be like, okay, whatever. But like with trans people, it's some big issue. It's oh my god, like trans people don't like the gender they were assigned at birth. This is somehow an imposition on me. When really it's like they're afraid of their own sexuality. A lot of them, they're like worried they might accidentally fucking just hit on a trans woman who passes too well, which is also why they want to go out of their way to make it harder for trans youth to get the fucking care that they need, something that would help more trans people to be less visibly trans and to be more comfortable in their bodies. Almost like everyone would win by letting trans people actually transition when they want to. But no, they don't want that. They don't want us to be visible. They don't want us to be comfortable, and they want us to be visible in a way that they can ridicule, in a way that they can like make fun of. They're fine with us existing as a butt of a joke, but they don't want us to be equal in society. I mean, just look, like, watch anything from like the 80s or like the 90s or early 2000s. Like, there's so many pieces of media where like the only joke is like, haha, man in dress. I mean, let's be honest. That's pretty much the whole joke of Mrs. Doubtfire. I mean, there's other elements to that movie as well, but like the big draw is haha, Robin Williams in dress, and you can kind of draw some parallels between that and you go back to like the 20s, 30s, 40s, and even before that, we had minstrel shows, black people were allowed in our media, but as the butt of a joke, as being the goofy comic relief idiot, or the person who dies first, or whatever, And then black people are like, hey, can we maybe just be like a normal part of society? And the bigots are like, no, we can't have that. Know your place, minority. As a former egg, cross-dressing seemed normal and I never saw the joke behind it. See, I was raised to see it as a joke, and it really sucks because, and this is what pisses me off. I had an argument with my mother where she was like, well, we never tried to push you in any one direction. We never told you couldn't be this or that or whatever. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I mean, I was raised to believe trans people didn't exist, but then when we saw them, I was like, oh, they're disgusting. They're jokes like, oh my god, look at this fucking man in a dress, fucking ugly, pathetic, whatever. And it's like, I'm sorry, like, you may not have explicitly told me you'd better not be trans, but it's kind of easy to infer that when all you do is shit on anyone who doesn't follow gender norms. And then also, I was also raised to be like, man doing something not conventionally masculine. Like, my mother would literally make fun of my father and other men in society and be like, you do this thing, that's girly, that's not manly, you're pathetic. Like, I was raised around that shit. So it's real fucking easy. It's real fucking easy to, like, get the impression that, like, okay, yeah, I'd better never explore this part of myself, otherwise I'm gonna be shunned and ridiculed. Yes, perversion, abnormal. Black men in drag has a huge dark history. Um, yeah. Anything that brings example of their bigotry or crooked ways, their answer is uh, bring up gay, bring up gays slash trans and chomos, and call the enemy that with zero proof to discredit. Yeah. You're a bigot. Ah, the people I don't like are just child abusers. See, and by the way, like, there's a reason why chuds need to call any group that they don't like predatory, and because, and I was trying to explain this in my last stream, like, most humans, most people do have a better nature that can be appealed to, okay? And unfortunately, bad faith actors like chuds and Nazis and white supremacists and bigots, like, they know this. They know that a lot of people are good natured, or at least don't want to be bad natured, and they try to appeal to people's better nature and their protective instincts towards their society by saying, well, no, see, it's not that we're attacking this group, it's not that we're shitting on this group of people who are innocent, see, it's actually that these people are dangerous. They're dangerous and they're gonna hurt children. You don't want children to be hurt. And most people will be like, no, I don't want children to be hurt. And so if you tell them, oh, well, this group of people is hurting children, they go, damn, that's really fucked. We need to do something about that. Same thing that happened in Nazi Germany, by the way. Oh no, the Jews are coming to drink the blood of your firstborn children. Now it's just, oh no, they're coming to corrupt your children and turn them trans. You remember when South Park tore this argument apart? Wait, which argument? TERFs are a persecution complex. No wonder they fit cleanly with conservative causes. Yeah, look, I've said many times, on some level, I can almost empathize where certain TERFs come from, especially the ones that seem very much afraid of men and were abused by men, and so they think anyone born a male is a threat to them. And, like, as someone who's been abused by men and who has my own trauma issues, and like, I honestly don't feel safe around men most of the time, unless I know them really well. And I know that, but I know that that's down to my own trauma, and that's the thing. Okay, I'm able to admit, okay, I've been abused by men, I've been around a lot of really abusive, scary men, and it's fucked up. It's made me it's traumatized me. It's left me traumatized, and I recognize that, but I also recognize that the men who abused me or hurt me, that's not the fault of all men. And not every man out there is an abuser. And these turfs, a lot of these turfs that like, oh, like, because like J.K. Rowling, for example, it was very clear while reading her manifesto against trans people that she's just really irrationally afraid of men pretending to be women so that they can abuse her. And I understand that that's born of trauma, and there's nothing wrong with being traumatized, but there is something wrong with letting that affect how you treat people who've never done anything to you. And that's what yeah, that's what people need to realize. Big Gay Al literally is a gay joke character, yet he saved the Boy Scouts from a pedophile in one episode. Well, yeah, that was a good episode where it was like, I actually really remember liking that episode a lot, where it was like, oh no, we can't let the gay into Boy Scouts. We can't let the, what if he does something to our children? And then the supposed straight man, the conventionally masculine fucking supposedly straight dude, is actually the one that's a danger to their children. Which is more often than not the case, because the fucking bigoted chuds running around yelling everyone's a goddamn child abuser. I mean, not all of them, but some of them definitely have some skeletons in their own closet, and that's why they project and can't imagine someone that's not as fucked up as they are. Al got tossed from being a scoutmaster because gays will touch the little boys. Yet not only was he not a pedo, his properly his properly manly replacement was it was a danger to the kids. And yeah, I don't know how I feel about the very ending of that episode where he's like, by the way, like, I don't want them to force Boy Scouts to let me in. If they don't want me as part of their group, that's fine. That's where I kind of like start to get iffy with it, where I'm like, no, but like, okay, they're a private club and whatever, but it's like they're openly bigoted, and that's not okay. And society does need to push back against that. But like, South Park, even when they get really based, sometimes they always end up walking it back a little bit just to appeal to the fence riders. 95% of child molesters are heterosexual men. Yeah, true. Yeah, being bigoted is never okay. Very true. I understand where Al is coming from. Sometimes you get tired of fighting the good fight. I get that. But that's the thing. People like Al, they're not just fighting for themselves. And whatever, maybe we shouldn't have to... Maybe us queer and trans people shouldn't have to be the ones to fight for our entire groups, our entire demographics, to keep our entire, but like, if we don't fight for us, who's gonna fight for us, where it's just like, we gotta fight. The fight gets tiring at some points, and we gotta take care of ourselves. But like, we also can't just make excuses for injustice. Um, Jesus, this this stream just keeps on going, yo. And I was totally gonna end it after my initial gaming stream went poorly. I sometimes I need to realize like if my stream is doing bad in the algorithm and no one's watching, all I need to do is just end the stream and literally start another stream 10 minutes later, and like suddenly I'll get a bunch of view. I also realize I get way more viewers at this time of night, and I don't like staying up this late to stream, but like cuz normally I'd be going to bed around now. Um I used to stream super late. Honestly, if I wasn't living with my grandmother, I would probably go back to streaming really late because that's when I get most of my viewers and more donos and shit. Which makes it easier for me to keep up my streaming habits because I'm actually getting paid for this thing that is actually a lot of work. No, if you hadn't, yeah, the stream that never ends, yo. Uh, if I hadn't kept going, you wouldn't have remembered to donate. Well, I appreciate that you donated very much. It is very helpful. I'd normally be asleep right now too. Thanks for listening to me get stuff off my chest. Well, yeah. I mean, that's basically what these streams are. Me getting shit off my chest, and usually my chat getting shit off their chest as well. I really do like do my best to like provide like a safe community where people can just talk and you know have a safe place to like talk about shit that most communities normally don't allow a space to talk about these things. That's also why I have a thing that I made in my Discord server. Um, I mean, I try to make my Discord server a safe place for people to chill and chat and whatever in general. But I made a specific section of the server called Safe Space. All right, and I'm actually gonna overhaul it where I'm gonna have like individual roles for certain safe spaces so that people of certain groups that just need to talk with other people that they relate with can do so, because I think that's extremely important. And a lot of communities have been way too irony poisoned by conservatives about the idea of safe spaces that people forget the actual need for these things and why they exist in the first place. So I kind of want to provide that to the community again in whatever way I can. Uh, is your grandmother one of those old ladies who's up at 5 a.m.? No, she's up at like 7 or 8 a.m. Um, but yeah, she doesn't like when I'm up all night. It gets under her skin even if I'm not like I'm literally on the other side of the house in the basement, but like I would really love to move out at some point and go live on my own and have my own place that I can stream from and also take care of my own mental health from. That's goals. Hopefully we'll get there eventually. Um Hell yeah, trans people and Doctor Who. Do you have a current link to your Discord? There should be one in the description unless it doesn't work anymore. Um um Oh, it's expired? Oh, I did not realize my link was expired. Here we go. I will post it in the chat and I will update the description. I thought I specifically put a link that was set to never expire, but alright, it is now updated. You'll get there? I hope so. Being disabled is not fun. It's impossible to save money. It's impossible to fucking afford housing. Jesus. Sometimes I really do feel like being an artist or a content creator is literally my only hope. And then I remember how hard it is to achieve that. And then I'm like, God damn it. one day, yo, one of these days, we'll look back on these quaint little streams that got like 8 to 15 people. And we'll like, damn, remember the good old days before the channel blew up. and yeah. But yeah, feel free to join my Discord server, y'all. I've also got Twitter, y'all can follow me. I've got fucking Instagram, I've got all the things. But I am trying to make my Discord server a little more active. I've had to cut the fat a little bit and get rid of some people that you need to collaborate. I do. So this is like about 6 months ago, I was planning on kicking my streaming into full gear again, and I was planning on just getting out there and just asking a bunch of other creators to collaborate. And then I ran into a lot of health issues and a lot of mental health and a lot of trauma issues, and it just became very hard for me to stream consistently. And so it's kind of hard to collaborate when my stream schedule is already so sporadic, and I can barely keep to my own schedule, let alone scheduling things with other people. I do want to work on that. Do you mind if I share your videos in some of the Petty Fam Discords? Absolutely not. Feel free to share my stuff anywhere. In fact, sharing my stuff is much appreciated because it really does help me out. And I always say, like, donations and shit help, but, like, just sharing this shit helps. Just, honestly, just liking, commenting, and subscribing helps. And you know, and like, commenting helps too, by the way. More people need to, like, just in general, post positive comments on the channels you enjoy, because especially the way YouTube works, like, it's far more likely to get negative comments. And being a trans creator, it's far more likely to get really fucking bigoted comments that need to be deleted. So yeah, it helps the algorithm when the stream has more like the more engagement, the more you guys engage with the stream, the better it does. The more you guys chat in the chat, the more you guys like and share and comment. Like, all of that helps in the algorithm. And yeah, right now, like, any help I can get in the algorithm is much appreciated, because yeah, it is very hard for me to collaborate right now as much as I would like to. Um, I plan to get to that more, because I do realize collaborating is extremely important. I'm also, like, I have a lot of social anxiety, despite the fact that I can get on here and, like, talk for 3 hours straight. um, One-on-one interactions with people, or interacting with other communities and stuff, even just popping into, like, uh fellow creators discords and chatting, is just very difficult for me. um it's a thing I'm trying to work on. um but again, my mental health has not been the greatest, so it's been difficult to do these things. um but yeah, you guys' engagement and support is what keeps this community going. And it is much fucking appreciated, because yeah, this channels like mine are made possible by the support and engagement of viewers like you. So thank you. Anytime you're up for it, otherwise no pressure. See, I I I do want to start dipping my toe into collaborating more, and I'll be honest, like, anyone who knows any content creators that they feel might want to collaborate with me, feel free to, like, you know, feel free to let me know or let them know, you know. And because I would very much like to dip my toe into that again. I will say I like Miss Parker a lot. And even though I'm not super into, like, lolcow content, and I don't really care much for, like, the Shanny or G-Man stuff, I really like Miss Parker, and I've been meaning to collab with her for quite a while. Um, I really do need to invite Miss Parker on here. Um, that would be based. Jesus, can't. Yeah, my tics are starting to get worse. I think a good start to doing collaborations again would be starting with Mango. Yeah, that's probably true. Mango is really fucking cool. I should definitely get her on here. Hey, it's just Ray. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for checking it out. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Welcome to the Hopium fam, yo. The stream isn't going to be going too much longer, but fuck yeah. And you know what? I will chat with y'all for another, like, 15 minutes. I will end this stream after 3.5 hours. Um, she's been doing a lot of other topics too. Her Sunday school streams are pretty good. Are good. Petty Stuff and Dark Parker Rising are her newest other channels. Okay, yeah, I haven't watched her in a bit. I've popped in a few times to but yeah, I know a lot more people from the Petty fam are finding their way over here to the Hopium fam. petty fam members will always be viewed as a part of the extended Hopium fam, as far as I'm concerned. All right, much love to that community. Well, fuck yeah. But yeah, no, you're right. You know what? I'm gonna hit up Mango again and be like, yo, Doctor Who stream when? In fact, you know what? I'm gonna do that right now. Cause I fucking love Mango, and I've been wanting to stream with her again for a while. It's been a minute. Ah, God. I can't type. I'm fucking Jesus. All right. Yo, Mango, Doctor Who stream when? And then in parentheses, my stream really wants me to collab with you, and so do I. All right. We'll get the Mango collab locked down first, cause yeah, 'cause we've been meaning to do that for a while. She's done topics on trans issues, corrupt government, religious scammers. Yeah, fuck yeah. It's this. That sounds like based content. I don't watch a lot of other YouTubers in general. Mostly because I just don't really have the time, and I like I don't know. I like watching inconsequential stuff on YouTube. I like watching gaming stuff. Uh, People ranting about Pokemon, or that's mostly what I watch on YouTube these days. I probably gotta just expand my horizons on that front as well, and just like watch other creators and get acquainted with other communities. The only channel I really watch is like Demon Mama these days. And I don't even watch that much anymore, as much as I love that community as well. She will be there. Miss Parker is always down to come on with others too. Fuck yeah, Poggies. Hills yeah. We'll get Mango on here. We'll get Miss Parker on here. We'll then first Mango, then Miss Parker, then Hassan. Watching more, I think you'll get inspired. See, I do get inspired by other creators. For a long time, I've had this like aversion to letting myself get inspired by other creators, because I had certain bad faith actors in my community that would be like, "Oh, you're just saying the thing this person said, or you're just doing a thing similar to what that person said." When it's like, yeah, everyone's influenced by something, all right? I'm clearly not just a carbon copy of anyone else. I'm putting whatever. Even if I get ideas from other people, I always put my own spin on shit, and I always have my own approach and my own direction that I take things in. Right? I talk a lot about trans issues and certain political shit and like lefty shit, but like I don't do it as much from like a perspective of, here's the political theory that we need to follow. I do it from a perspective of, Let's empathize with our fellow humans. Let's understand where people are coming from, what their experiences are, why they feel the way they do, why certain things are important, to certain people, That's important. I have spent a long time trying to figure out what my identity is, what I want to be about, what my approach is going to be. And honestly, people have always accused me of being of ripping off this YouTuber or that YouTuber, but honestly, the thing I'm most inspired by is the character of the Doctor. That's the kind of person I want to be. I want to be a person that is just kind, that cares about empathy and hates injustice and does whatever they can when they can to fight against injustice. That's the person I want to be. And I want to help people understand each other too, because that's important. Even people that I disagree with, I will empathize with them and I will talk about their perspective and where I feel they're coming from, because I think it's important to recognize, even if you really disagree with someone, even if you think someone's beliefs are abhorrent, to empathize. Because, like, empathy doesn't mean approving of someone's worldview. It just means trying to understand it. And empathy is hard work. It is. It's really hard work. Empathizing with your fellow... It is. Because it's so easy to just judge your fellow humans. Just say, oh, this person is only doing this because that, or this person is just like that because whatever. And it's way harder to actually try to understand where another person is coming from. And sometimes, like, even if you're gonna continue disagreeing with someone and continue to oppose them, it's still good and important to be able to empathize, know where they come from, especially because that makes it easier to push back against someone's arguments and deal with them one-on-one as a person. It is draining. It's draining to have empathy. Sometimes I feel like, God damn it, I have too much empathy. I have empathy for my worst enemies. I have empathy for my abusers. I have empathy for some of the worst fucking people. Doesn't mean I approve of them. Doesn't mean I'm gonna fucking ignore the injustice that they cause. But, okay, I empathize with you as a human being. And I also, and this is another angle that I take, I also empathize with people in terms of their potential, what they could become. Because a lot of people become shitty people, and a lot of times it's because of propaganda, it's because of, the way they were raised, the things they were exposed to, and a lot of horrible things that happen to people can lead people to have really horrible worldviews, and anyone. This is the other thing that makes empathy so hard, is and which a lot of people don't want to empathize because of this reason, is realizing the best of humanity and the worst of humanity, at the end of the day, the individual people are not all that different. When you get down to the core of what each person is, it's not that different. It is. It's in large part due to their environment, their experiences, and a lot of people are led astray, but a lot of those same people also could have been better. And even if someone is just the worst, most abhorrent person, I don't empathize. I empathize with them, but I I don't feel sorry for them who they are now. I feel sorry for the person they were. And I feel sorry for the person they could have been that they might never be. And I hate that. I genuinely um mourn the wasted potential, the lost potential, I should say, of a lot of the worst people, because it's sad. It's sad that a lot of people end up being so hateful and doing so much damage because I know that they could have been better. I've been an infinitely worse person at different points in my life. And I also know that I could be better than I am. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. But I know that I have the potential for great evil, as well as the potential for amazing good. So I'm going to do my best to do whatever good I can, to call out whatever evil I can, but to also understand why some people engage in evil and do my best to at least try to reach them on a human level. And if I can't, well, at least I tried. I'm not always perfect at it. Sometimes I snap at people. I snap at people in the chat. Sometimes I feel like people are just being too bad faith, trying to agitate, you know, and I get annoyed. But that's the other thing I'm willing to do that a lot of other people, and I don't always do this, but I try. If I fuck up, if I go a little too hard, or if I am a little too uncharitable, I try to recognize that and say, okay, I was a little uncharitable. I'm going to be a little more charitable now and try to find a middle ground. And if that middle ground can't be found, or if that common ground can't be found, then that's too bad. But one thing I never want to do is be the type of person that just dismisses people outright, no matter how abhorrent they are, because I used to hold really fucked up backwards beliefs, and it took many years of learning, of, you know, coming to understand people, empathize with people, to realize how wrong I was. And I realized that for me at least, the empathy is such a big part of why I'm able to do that. The more I learn to empathize, the more I learn to question some of my behaviors and say, okay, here's some ways I need to do better. And I want to challenge myself and push myself to do better. Just like I want my community. I want to build a community that challenges me and pushes me to be better. And I know a lot of bad faith chuds will come around and be like, oh, well, I'm just trying to challenge your beliefs, when all they're trying to do is agitate. No, when I feel like people are genuinely trying to criticize in good faith, I will always listen. I might not always like it right away, but, you know, hey, we're all fucking human. And most of us don't like being challenged. Most of us don't like being criticized or being called out. But we need to be. We need to hold each other accountable as humans. We need to push each other to be better. Because otherwise, we're all just going to wallow. And that doesn't seem like a good future for humanity. Us all just wallowing in our own ignorance and, you know. I believe people can be better. I don't believe people will always be better. This is why I say I don't believe in the inherent goodness in humanity. I believe in the potential goodness in humanity. I have faith in the potential goodness in humanity. And I think that's very, very important. And that's an important distinction, okay? Because some people try to make it all black and white and be like, oh, mankind is all good or mankind is all bad. No. We're human beings. We're imperfect creatures. But we all have the potential to be good. We all have the potential to do amazing things. We are amazing creatures. And we as a species have accomplished amazing fucking things. And I think pushing people to be better, trying to actually constructively criticize our fellow humans and give them the space to work and grow and be better, I think that's important. I think that's what helps us get to a better society. I'm gonna make you cry. Aw. I'm glad what I'm saying is resonating with you. Cause I've put a lot of thought into this. And I talk about these topics a lot because I think it's important, and I think it's a perspective that is sorely lacking. Sorely lacking. And it's one of my biggest criticisms of most people I disagree with. It's just like, Jesus, not enough empathy, not enough fellow understanding for our fellow humans. Empathy doesn't mean just let people get away with whatever, but it means understanding why people are the way they are, trying to understand why people are the way they are. And also part of that comes with learning to be understanding of yourself. Because you can't fully be understanding and you can't fully be understanding of other people if you don't learn to be understanding of yourself. Be charitable with yourself. Be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. And learn to actually love yourself as well as your fellow humans. What up, Randolph Richardson? Thank you for the like. Fuck yeah. What up, Edgy T Girl? I don't know who Sneeko is, so I don't really have anything to say. Love your neighbor as yourself. True. I've made a big point in pointing that out. People always get it wrong. They just say love your neighbor, love your neighbor. No, it's love your neighbor as you love yourself. And that doesn't mean love your neighbor as much as you love yourself. No, it means love your neighbor and love yourself. Love your neighbor while also loving yourself. That's the place we gotta get to. Where we respect our fellow humans and ourselves. Where we're under, because this is another thing. I used to like hate my past selves. I used to be like, God, I was and look, I was cringy. But I don't hate my past selves anymore. I've learned to love them. I've learned to look at them and be understanding and be like, okay, this is where you were at the time. You were a product of your environment. You were a product of your time. And, you know, you learned and grew, and clearly the fact that I've gotten better shows that I'm capable of being better, and it also shows that the younger me that was more ignorant was also capable of being better. I just had to give myself time and experience. Who drew the Lady Hopium Demon Girl? I don't remember. We had that drawing commissioned. um, I don't actually remember the artist's name. Maybe I should have their name in the description. I haven't talked to them in a while. I don't even... God. Hmm. Oh. Um. Oh, it is a, it is an artist who currently goes by the name, The Cartoon Loon on Twitter. There you go. The Cartoon Loon. Yeah, I like this image, although I've had it for quite a while, and I've actually been meaning to get a new one done, especially because I I don't know if I want to represent myself as a fairy demon anymore. Um, Definitely still want my character to be a fairy. I have an idea for like a water fairy character that I'd like to have drawn eventually. But yes, this is one of the many forms of uh, Lady Zavaria or Lady Hopium. Well, your your Antifa horror story was yes, my my Antifa dominatrix serial killer aristocrat story. God, I'm that was at the beginning of my last stream that I did earlier today. My gaming stream. Yeah. I'm gonna I'm gonna make that I'm gonna make that a video soon. Is Lady Hopium going to get a form for each element? Dark, water, Lady Hopium is a character who, by the way, has multiple names, but is part of a series of fiction that I'm writing, a fantasy series that I've been working on for many years, and this is the character within that universe that represents me, and um, this character, much like the Doctor, um, doesn't regenerate but evolves and has different forms, and so she was a fairy demon. The current iteration of her that I'm writing is um a kind of a water fairy. Um she's a race of creatures known as the Aquavis, who are they're basically living water, and they're fluid. They can become pretty much anything, and they're all kind of one with each other, and they can all feel each other's emotions. Um, I'd really like to get some concept art drawn of this race of characters, because I have a lot of interesting stories about them. Be water, true. I don't know, like there's meaning to it on multiple levels. I am an identity fluid person. I'm not really gender fluid because I'm like most of the parts of my identity are pretty femme, but I have different parts of my personality, and I will flow in and out of them just quite regularly. um, and I also want to be a more fluid person. I want to lean into that aspect of myself, and you know, I the thing about water adapts, and water um can take pretty much any shape. And I like the idea of being a character like that. Um, you got back into drawing 2 years ago, and you were hoping to see more of their work as a reference. Hell's yeah, yeah. The cartoon loon, fuck yeah. They created they've made some good artwork. Um, they also drew the image that Anna Haven uses um over on the Unchained Maidens and whatnot. And water is in everything. True, true. Water is in everything. Um, water is life, and that's kind of there's a lot of metaphors I'm going for with the character I'm currently writing. Y'all will see some pieces of fiction written eventually about that. I really like to take my time with these things because I'm an artist, and I'm not like a I'm not a visual artist. I'm I'm more of like, I don't know, a wordsmith. And, I my art comes in the form of words, and whether it's writing or whether it's the music that I've made, or my stories, my art comes in the form of words. And I'm very I I care a lot about the art that I create. That's why it takes me so long to actually finish a song. Everyone remember, go listen to Say Gay. Say Gay. I'm still really proud of that song, yeah. She's a master of the spoken word. Yeah, fuck yeah. Why the fuck do you hesitate to turn the other cheek while you hating on the meek? Holier than thou while you praying on the weak. Prayer persecution, it's supremacy you seek. Disown your own kids from the guise of critique. Sold your own morals up the motherfucking creek. Never stop to feel all the havoc that you wreak. Saying God is love while you're calling all his children a freak. Bitch, who the fuck are you to speak? Yeah. I try to put a realness into the work that I create, and I try to also say something with the shit I create. I could just make a bunch of like nonsense songs, you know, about just whatever, about fucking going to the club and just making out with hot ass lesbians, and just making money or whatever. I don't know. I I I I like there to be substance to the shit that I create, which is why I put a lot of thought into the things I say here. Um, it's important to me. Anyway, yeah, go. Jesus, this tweet hasn't got enough. Yeah, my song "Say Gay" is on. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Amazon Music. It's everywhere. It's on YouTube. It's on Soundcloud. It's everywhere. Go listen to it. Making out with hot ass lesbians. True. Like Look, I'm very gay, okay? I very much like the lesbians. Fuck yeah. Is there hope for reclaiming Pepe as a non-hate symbol? Um, yes. That's why I've joined the trend of leftists reclaiming Pepe as a non-hate symbol. That's why I made little Pepe emotes that are modeled after my character. See, little demon horns and little fairy wings, little fairy demon. I call them hopos. The little hopos, yo. Yeah, a lot of leftists have done it. A lot of leftists have gone out of their way to reclaim Pepe. I know creators like people like Vosh played a big role in that, and be like, nah, we're taking Pepe back. Destiny, even, well, Destiny is not really a leftist anymore, but has the original artist noticed this movement after he gave up hope? I have no idea. It would be that would be cool if the original artist of Pepe noticed and really was like, damn, okay, there's actual decent people out there who are using this not as a Nazi hate symbol. Damn right, we took back Pepe, alright? It's ours now. It belongs to the left. You're hella gay, girl. I know. I'm gay and proud of it. All the pride, yo. Why was it adopted by righties? I don't remember. I don't remember all the specifics. But it was basically because, this image over right here became like a, oh, yes, it started to be used as a dog whistle. To be like, yeah, hey, yeah, you know what we're really saying. Get it, huh? Yeah. Them fucking transes, am I right? Yeah. Them fucking Jews, am I right? Yeah. That's what it became. I don't remember the specifics of why it became that, but who cares? Lefties reclaimed it. It's ours now. I just promoted your YouTube channel on one of my websites and announced it on Twitter. I hope this will bring at least a few more subscribers your way. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I really do. Like I said, y'all supporting, sharing, liking, commenting, all of that stuff helps me out a lot. You guys' support is what keeps channels like mine going. And any amount of support is much appreciated. We're not gonna go much longer. But yeah, just a quick reminder. I do have a GoFundMe for I'm trying to get laser hair removal to help treat my crippling dysphoria. I'm disabled and pretty broke. And yeah, I can't afford laser hair removal treatments, and any support would help. The sharing that out also helps out a lot. And thank you very much to everyone who has donated. Hells yeah. Thank you for streaming. Fuck yeah. Much love, fam. Hells yeah. Happy Halloween. I think that about does it for the stream. Normally I would end on like a Hopium segment, although I feel like what we've been talking about has been kind of hopium related. You know, I do a thing regularly called hopium rants, where I I you know I rant about the shit that I view as sorely lacking from society, like empathy. um, Hells yeah. Um, you're a beautiful person inside and out. Thank you very much. That means a lot to me. I I try to be. I try my best. Again, I am not perfect, but there's this one there's this one scene in series 8 of Doctor Who where the doctor asks Clara, he asks her, he's like, I need to know, am I a good man? And she thinks about it for a minute and she responds, I honestly don't know, but I think you try to be. And I think that's the point. And that's how I view it. I don't know that any of us can truly be a good person, at least not in everything we do. But the fact that we try is so meaningful. Just making an effort to be a good person is extremely important, and puts that's what puts you leaps and bounds ahead of a lot of other people who've just given up on trying to be decent. Hells yeah. Really enjoyed what I caught of the stream. Hells yeah, thank you, Ray. Nice having you in here. I'm not perfect, and I'm happy about this because it means life is easier due to not being burdened with maintaining perfection. I mean, that's true. No one can be perfect. It's not possible. So accept yourself for who you are. You know, love yourself for who you are, and learn to love your fellow humans for who they are. And the more of us that do that, the better place this world becomes. So, all right. Before we end, I you know what? I've ended most of these streams with cat videos, and just kitty. Oh, baby kitty. I I have to, yo. I love kitties. I love kitties, all right? We need it's kitten time, yo. It's kitten time before we go. Aw, look at the babies playing. Aw, little leopard skitties. Look at those leopard spotted. Those are fucking adorable. These are beautiful kittens. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look. Oh my god. Look at these gorgeous fucking creatures. These gorgeous little creatures. And this is why I end with stuff like this, just to remind y'all that there is beauty in this world. There is beauty in this world, and there are reasons to have hope and love for our fellow creatures, and we shouldn't give up hope. There is love in this world. There is beauty in this world, and it's important to remember that. Oh wait, do we hear it meowing? Oh, oh, baby. Oh wait, y'all can't hear it. Wait.
Listen, you can be high maintenance when you're maintaining you. No, you want to be high maintenance right now?
Okay. Of course, it's a kitty. Yeah.
It's time for night-night, miss.
Aw, baby. Babies. Aww.
Hi, little lady.
I love kittens. Hells yeah. Hells yeah. Yeah, look at that little guy. Oh. Oh, baby. Baby drinking from bottle.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, look at the baby. Baby. With those big eyes. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, yo. Gorgeous little creatures. Hills, yeah. Oh, oh. Oh. Aw, baby drinking from a bottle. That is so cute. That is so cute. Yeah. Oh. There we fucking go. I need to leave. I need to leave all of y'all with as much hopium as I can. Where would the internet be without cats? I don't fucking know. And I wouldn't want to be on that internet because oh, kitties. I love kitties. I love kitties. All right, guys. That has been a hopium stream, guys. Um Thank you everybody for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing, hanging out, chatting, being awesome, being members of the community. Um, Remember that there are a lot of ways to support me. I got Streamlabs down below. I got a Patreon. Y'all can donate just $2 a month. Helps me out a ton. I got a Twitter, Discord, Instagram, all kinds of social medias y'all can follow me on. I also got an OnlyFans if people feel like checking that out, and my 18 plus Twitter. Y'all can find all of that shit. All right. Go follow me on all the places, and consider supporting me. But y'all also don't have to, cause at the end of the day, we the Hopium fam, and I love each and every one of you, non-parasocially, communal love, love. I love all the members of the human fam, all right? But I especially love the members of my Hopium fam over here, and I hope that y'all have an amazing night. I hope to see y'all next time for the next stream. Remember that you have potential. You are valid. You are beautiful. And you are worthy of love. So take care of each other, fam. And remember to love yourselves. I will see y'all next time. Have a wonderful night, guys. Bye.